I brought
Now
up,
the
I
people
brought up
don't need to hear about that one.
I think you'd understand just being like, oh, this entire other version of this game just has way more fucking books to pull from. Holy shit, more things.
No, yeah, that's honestly that is actually one great to hear because I know you were struggling with like the third, but yes, that's the absolute like blessing of an RPG is you find a weird niche tabletop and you're like, this is so cool, but it's so limited. Then you're like, oh, there's a new one of these. It's better. There's more of this. So that's great. All right, did I? No, I didn't switch screens yet. Sorry, that's my bad, chat. Hi, chat. Welcome to Fail Portrayal. We're cruising. We're schmooving. We are. Oh, that's nice, Varen. Good for you. Varen in chat saying they found the books.
Yeah,
love a little RPG sharing.
Varen, my star player, he dug it up for me.
It's always good when you got a big homie. This is not currently a tabletop games cast, but we're here to discuss the Fail Portrayal, by which I mean we're gonna do new cards, possibly poggers.
I have before that. I think I wanted to bring up just like a dumb thing.
Go for it.
I don't know how we could call it an archetype Abyss, and not just say Killer Tune. Like, to my mind, it's like the word killer and abyss and like darkness is like the same fucking thing.
Yeah, no, I get it because you probably won't still be with us by the time we talk about these brand new pumpkin cards because there's a decent number of them and honestly they're interesting. But yeah,
they are. I looked at them.
First of all, if you don't get the name of the stream, I literally with formatting quoted the weird promo font format with the exclamation points that Yu-Gi-Oh put out. So that's why the stream looks like that. We're going to talk about Killer Tune, a.k.a. Kewl Tune, later.
Kewl Tune.
Which I have, and Vesper actually had to double-check me because they weren't in on the bit. But no, I said in our Discord chat we were doing Killer Tune. It is, the official TCG name is Kewl Tune, or Kewl Tune, as Jaxel likes to say, and I agree with because it points out how silly it is because it's spelled that way. But the bit, obviously, that I've been saying for weeks is that I'm not saying Kewl Tune. I literally, in my notepad notes, which I have the list, I went out of my way to copy the OCG names, which are all just the same names, but they say Killer Tune, because the name in Japanese is Kira Chun. That's it. That's all it is.
But are we going to bite the dust?
We might bite the dust. And it's funny you bring that up, because that is... The wiki doesn't actually say this, but for the same reason why JoJo names are localized weird might actually be why they switched it. There is apparently a Japanese rock song by a band called Killer Tune. It's hyphenated, but the Americas are very, very careful about using song references because the record industry is like... If there are any demons in the halls of power... Like literal goetic demons, it's in the record industry, yes. Those guys are actually powered by 72 goetic demons.
I should mention that a good visualization of how the record industry copyright work is like it's like dancing on rusty needles. It's gonna rupture your foot at some point.
So like I could see then if the TCG got even a whiff that there could be a music rights issue. They decided to change the name. Kewl Tune is still really bad, though. Like, you could probably have done... You could have just made it Kira Tune, not Killer Tune. Make it Kira Tune, and that's like, everybody gets the joke, but it's not there.
So it goes to that's all callback to other naming conventions.
Cool.
I am
like
looking on the Wikipedia, which I kind of find as like just like the better organized site. It does say it does bring up this. The Killer Tune is the song. The band is Tokyo Jihen.
Yeah.
But
I don't think they push charges.
So I don't, like I said, I don't know. I don't actually know how litigious these groups are, but like I said, there are.
They could. Oh my god, they could.
We know. One. If you listen to us, you know that Fail Portrayal is secretly also always has been, show shooting astronaut here, a JoJo podcast. We're secretly a JoJo stream, at all times.
Okay,
about Limp Bizkit and shit like that.
All right, Omega, there's a difference here. We're a Yu-Gi-Oh show, but we have JoJo fans in the audience that actually
No.
The
The JoJo fans are inside the building.
No, I'm saying though is like we're actual JoJo fans. We actually watched it and liked it, and not just do the memes.
That's true.
The
Yes,
call
we
came from
actually
inside the
experience
house.
The people around the virtual table all do it. But yeah,
I'm throwing masking here. I'm just saying the point is that we don't put the gun down. We don't need to, there's no bullets in it.
It's true. The astronaut doesn't actually have to point a gun. We all know.
I will say before we get too out in the weeds on the PC, Tokyoji Hen's label is EMI, which makes a lot of sense if they,
Okay, I'm seeing it now. I still think that Kewl Tune is a bad way to localize that, but I understand why they did have to change it.
How bad is EMI anyway? I actually don't know.
EMI is now Universal Music Japan.
Yeah,
so,
they're one of the big ones. So yeah.
Yeah, Universal as in Universal Studios.
Yeah, I know. So that's one of the big music labels. So now that now that I've learned this, I understand why they decided to do a change. It's just that the Kewl Tune change is still probably like almost the worst they could have done.
I just don't know I don't know what other one's option that works.
Like,
what are even my own dumb 2 cents, because I know Omega will probably get a kick out of this. And this is purely for us here in 𝕊𝆆𝕆𝕆𝕆𝕆 because I posted a dumb image about Trickcow. They released some images. One of them, I think Omega would recognize very quickly.
Oh my! So chat. It's
I could grab these.
Is that how many breads you've eaten in your life?
It's the Joey. It's the Joey face.
It's the Joey
you
face.
all know what you all know the Joey face.
Here.
That one.
You won't be able to see it for a second, chat, because I won't. I don't think I've got this composited just right. But you'll be flashbanged by it later.
Yeah, it's like
I've hidden it.
The Joey face where he's got his like arms like roiled up.
The horribly off model Joey face, but we love it anyway because it's cool.
It's great.
But
it's
not
got a
cute.
white border because it's part of a fucking image of like multiple of them where they've all just done fucking anime references, like the JoJo one.
But yeah, no. So in case you can't see though, I posted it in chat also. All of the non-English names also all have to do Kewl, which is bad. Except Italian, they just said fuck it, I guess, and went Tun figo.
My favorite one is French, which is Sun Cool.
Yeah, Son cool. And then there's like Cancion cool in Spanish. Portuguese is literally like we're not touching that. It's just Kewl Tune.
Oh god, yeah.
And I posted the German one because of course it's cool Anfang. But we're gonna talk about the Pumpkin right now instead, because they just revealed these, and these are not leaks. You will see when I scroll down a little bit. All of these were posted to the official Yu-Gi-Oh database, because I believe we're either at or very soon to street date for Maze of Muertos, which is like the set list is fully listed, so everybody knows what's going to be in it. The main pickups are there's some Dark Magician shit you're waiting for if you play DM. There's some hero stuff you're waiting for from those 2 structure decks. There are new reprints of
not
Pulse
hero or DM shit coming out.
I mean, true, but these are mildly anticipated. It's got the Fusion Chaos Magician retrain, that guy. You may have seen him in Master Duel, because they also just put him in Master Duel. So, like, that's in Maze of Muertos, so there are a little bit of chase cards. But they also included the 2 first Dominuses. What is it? Impulse and I forget what the other guy is. I want to say just Pulse, but I don't think that's right. Is it Impact and Impulse? But the 2 Dominus traps are being reprinted again, so their price is already going down. But we have a whole new wave of Zombie 6s, which seem to make a... Like, I don't know if this is, like, meta good yet, but it seems like they gave us a core of a Zombie rank 6 deck, which has potential to be good, and also will let you play Call of the Haunted in a new, funny way.
6s is kind of like the lower in access for vampires and zombies, right?
Yes.
Like
vampires
six
until they did it was 5s and 6s, and I think the 6s were the good ones anyway. So there's something there. There's some room. And they do have access to a rank 7, but it's a special one. So this could be the core of something. So first, let me make sure this guy's framed up. Yeah, here he is. So this is the big guy himself. Pumpkin, King of Grave Ghosts. Looking real spooky. He's a dark zombie, level 6. 1950 attack, 2600 defense. Big-ass stats. You can reveal this card in your hand. Set Call of the Haunted from your deck or graveyard. If you do, discard a card. That set card can be activated this turn. Note that this card doesn't leave your hand. So you just go, hey, I have Pumpkin. I'm going to set Call the Haunted now. And now I discard a card. If this card is special summoned, you can special summon 1 level 6 zombie monster from your deck, except with 1950 attack. You can't special summon from the hand or graveyard for the rest of this turn except zombies. So you still have access to generic extra deck monsters. Already looking at every single level 6 zombie.
It's a Castle of Darkness is one of those. Another Pumpkin, like 1950.
Interesting.
Yes.
So
let's see 0, which seems except with 1950.
Yeah, not with 1950, except with 1950.
And nothing else.
Yeah. So it's only him, and then whatever other level 6 zombies there are. Of which, by the way, there are a bunch more, because every single monster card we're about to show is going to be 6.
Oh my god, you can summon Vanquish 𝔹𝔬𝕲𝔻.
That's very silly, but also could?
Are there any other level 6 zombies that are good as Xyz material?
Well, there's a couple of vampires.
I mean, Goka, which is silly.
Yeah, that was my first goal.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Goka, the 𝕊𝆆𝕆𝕆𝕆. That's a guy.
Ryukoki, who's like old school, not much.
I mean, he's solid though. He's a solid card for like limited.
Yeah, he's a decently sized guy. Like that could be a tech option.
Vampire Red Baron.
He's always good vampire options. Yeah.
Another vampire. I mean, like it does look like a lot of like random vampire stuff. Some of the yokai, like Goka and Nine-Tailed Fox. Scar of the Vendread.
Oh yeah, right, yeah, right. Like one of the main Vendread cards.
Ooh, so yeah, Vendread Bridge.
Chang-Chi the Spirited Owl.
Ooh, that's another good one. Yeah. So there are some good targets.
Wait, could you? I forget. Is the Vendread the Vendread Ritual's a 6, right?
I don't see the regular.
I think so.
Could you not?
He's a 6
ritual. Like the ritual?
Yeah.
Could you summon that?
Yes, he is. But I don't.
You can't summon. You can't summon him back with this effect because it's from deck, so he cannot be properly summoned that way.
That's fair.
But you could use this to put materials on board to make him, among many other things.
Just the idea of like, okay, so here's my Pumpkin, okay, and now he's a fucking Kamen Rider zombie guy.
Well, also keep in mind you don't have to put Pumpkin in the graveyard for this effect, but you probably will. But you just get to discard any card from your hand after you do the reveal set Call of the Haunted, which is immune to Ash. If you do, discard 1 card. So like it's out there. So let's talk about some of the 6s also they've got. First, Army of the Haunted. Artwork doesn't look super great, but it's the 3 boys, yeah. 2400 attack, 0 defense, level 6 Dark Zombie. If you control Call of the Haunted and this card's in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon it. If this card's sent to the graveyard, target a Call of the Haunted in your graveyard, set it.
It just cycles. It cycles. It's fun.
So
I also appreciate
cycle each other.
I also appreciate this literally as a callback to literally. I think that to literally what the image is of like it is literally the 3 undead monsters.
Yeah. Every single card here I think is a reference to that duel, which is great. It's usually how Maze of Muertos goes, but it's in a good way. But yeah, no. Army of the Haunted is just, like we said, it's just a cycling tool. Both effects are hard onces, but still, that's like, if you control Call of the Haunted, it's a free extender. If it goes to graveyard, you can, target Call of the Haunted and reset it. So they just go back and forth, basically forever. Which is really good in this deck. We've also got Stare of the Snake Hair. Let me pop that a little bigger so you can see.
Are these TCG exclusives?
Yeah, these are world premieres in Maze of Muertos. So this is all new TCG shit. So we got Stare of the Snake Hair, level 6 Dark Zombie effect monster. Same stats as Snake Hair normally has, but Snake Hair is like a vanilla.
I guess if this wasn't a TCG exclusive, I thought this would be a translation of like the Gaze of the Medusa.
I mean, that might be going for that, but Snake Hair is an old school zombie vanilla who I'm pretty sure was played in that duel. So Stare of the Snake Hair is just, it's Snake Hair, but
I'm in the process of checking.
So Stare of Snake Hair is, oh, go ahead.
Oh, interesting. Kozuga never played it, but it was the card Kozuga was going to play before Keith started backseating him.
Okay, that's great. I love that. So, Stare of the Snake Hair, like we said, level 6 zombie, got Snake Hair stats. You can discard this card, add Call of the Haunted or a spell trap that mentions it from your deck to your hand, so it's just a searcher. If this card is specially summoned, target one attack position monster your opponent controls. That face-up monster can't attack, its effects are negated, it cannot be used as material for Fusion, Synchro Xyz, or Link Summon.
I've turned you into a rock. You're now a rock.
Okay,
Yes.
so actually, looking further, he does play it in the duel against Bakura, where I think he gets murdered.
Yes, no, in Battle City, Bakura eats these kids.
Honestly,
and I think that they are permanently dead because I do not think those 3 bozos ever show up again.
This is a deck where you play 3 Call of the Haunted and Call of the Haunted accessories.
Probably.
Yes,
I mean,
no, you would probably play 3 Call so you can search it and all their new
You
spell traps that are
because
based around it.
in this case, Stare also works as like you also summon it off Pumpkin to just literally turn something into a rock, so it's useless.
Yeah, no, like Stare of the Snake Hairs are really good control. Like her stats are shit for a level 6, but you're playing an Xyz deck, so it doesn't matter. So just
she has to be special summoned anyway.
And also works great on Call of the Haunted because if it's your opponent's turn and they summon something, you can go, interesting, yes, flip Call. Do you have an ability to remove Call of the Haunted right now? No? Cool. Your monster is frozen, stoned.
They also do the thing I like that I think everything we talked to the stream about the mutants, that I think all like high-level monsters you can't normal summon or like inherently can't special need to have a discard effect that does something to continue your main game.
Yes, it's really good if you're playing a deck that involves high-level monsters to give them a anti-brick effect. And I do like at least that not all of these guys can be special. Not all of them are free special summons. But yes, this is Great Mammoth of the Netherworld, which is
retrain
Mammoth of Gold Fine.
That Snake Hair fuses into with Dragon Zombie.
Yeah,
that's a nice retrain.
Now it's a
level 6, funny enough.
So now it's a level 6 Dark Zombie effect monster with 2200 attack and defense, probably the same stats. If this card is special summoned, and you control Call of the Haunted or a zombie monster except Great Mammoth, target a card on the field, destroy it. You can only use this effect once per turn. A zombie Xyz monster that has this material gains this effect. Gains 1,000 attack.
I think they've reduced like big things that are untargetable, right? Like in the modern game state.
Yeah, there are a decent number of untargetable like boss monsters, but generally we seem to be moving away from negates and towers into interaction-based bosses.
Target destruction, yeah.
Like there are still certain cards that will be immune to destruction, but I feel like guys that are just blanket immune to being targeted are less, and it's more about like interaction. Like right now, your best decks are gonna be shit like Branded Dracotail's really big. Not a lot of those guys are actually immune to being targeted. It's just that, you you blew up my Branded Fusion. Let me add back 4 Branded Fusions. You blew up my Dracotail Fusion. Well, I'll summon him back as soon as we send a couple monsters to graveyard. They'll come back. He'll be back later, kind of a thing.
I just realized a very interesting rank 6 zombie monster that I forgot existed.
Oh, which one?
Pilgrim Reaper.
Yeah, great little guy.
Especially just in Zombie Mill and just giving a guy who's kind of low stats because he's question mark 200 for every dark monster in both graves. Giving him an extra 1k is really good. Just
as an example for a monster that doesn't have cannot be targeted or stuff like that. Fucking Odd Eyes Archray Dragon. That has no protection at all.
No, there's quite a few monsters these days that don't. Like I said, it seems like modern game design is moving towards more back and forth. There are still, I think, problems. As usual, it's me. They do FOMO bundles on Master Duel for 11 gajillion gems, and I will not pay Master Duel a single cent for doing that. So I'm playing some ladder. Holly Sue, please go to 1 immediately. The fact that you can summon that girl and do all of her effects, and then you can add another one so you have a good Earth monster. Fuck you, actually. Speaking, by the way, of guys who are 𝔹𝔼𝕸𝔸𝕋, by the way, the boss of Vanquished Soul, completely targetable normally. It's just that if you have an Earth in hand, he can make himself unaffected for a turn. So, like, he has protection if you have the right hand setup, which 3 𝔹𝕼𝕸𝕸 unfortunately makes it really easy to get to. Anyway, we have our first rank 6 here. Actually, I think it's the only rank 6 because the next one is 7. But it's Pumpkin, the Great Ghost King. We've seen this image before. It's the Pumpkin. He's big. So this is a rank 6 Dark Zombie, 2400 attack, 2600 defense.
Does he have limbs now, or?
Yeah, he's like moving around on his.
He's like becoming a guy.
Yeah, he's like moving around on his vines, and also as opposed to the like. Let me actually scroll up to the original. Yeah, now he's got
no limbs.
His eye is now his nose, and now he has jack-o'-lantern eyes, which is a little freaky.
I dig that though, because it feels.
It needs to be creepy.
Yeah, spookier. Yeah. So materials are specifically 2 level 6 zombie monsters. So you can't make it generically. And this deck does have a field spell, so you are not necessarily just Zombie World turboing, which I think is a good decision. That's something I think that's been holding back zombie game design, is that Zombie World is kind of a floodgate, so like making a deck that's all around turboing out Zombie World can be frustrating for other decks. But if you make a zombie deck that has a field spell, you don't necessarily have to do it. But you probably could throw 3 Necroworld Banshee in here if you really wanted to also play Zombie World. But first of all, while you control Call of the Haunted, your opponent can't target zombie monsters you control with monster effects. So to answer that question, this guy gives you targeting protection, kind of. And you can use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card's special summoned, add Call of the Haunted or a card that mentions it from your deck to your hand. Or detach material from this card, target 2 cards on the field, return to the hand. So it's not a quick effect, but it is a bounce 2.
Yeah.
And then on summon, he cycles it and he adds a card. And then
what's that? You can't be destroyed, but you can't be bounced.
The Undying Legion, which is Joey's monsters being stolen. It's got Zombie Red Eyes, Zombie Tiger Axe, Zombie Flame Swordsman.
I dig that.
No, it's a cool looking art. So
that didn't happen in the duel, did it? I don't remember that.
No, but I think it was a hypothetical.
He does.
Just getting freaky with it.
I think there's an opportunity where he could have zombified Red Eyes, but I think it gets turned to stone first. Because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Joey fucks up a time wizard.
Yeah.
At some point during the duel.
The joke about that later. At the very end.
Yeah, no, that's one of the cards.
I guess I should mention there is like. I like the Undying Legion. For some reason, it made me think of the Prey of 100 Demons, which I think also could have been a card.
Yakiako.
Yeah, Night Parade. I love that. So this is a level 7 Dark Zombie 𝔹𝔼𝕸𝔸𝕋, 2700 attack, 0 defense. It is technically completely generic. It's just any 2 level 7 monsters. Once per turn, you can 𝔹𝑥cease summon the Undying Legion by using a rank 6 zombie monster you control. Transfer its materials. So it's only once per turn, but it's a free rank up if you can make a rank 6 zombie, of which there are several. There's at least 1 vampire one, if not 2. There's obviously Pumpkin. There's Pilgrim Reaper, who absolutely works in this deck because you're playing fucking Call of the Haunted Turbo. You want shit in your graveyard.
Hey, dumb my suggestion. Even though extra deck space is a premium, you could run this in fucking Odd Eyes.
Honestly, you can run this one in a lot of places, which is not bad because its effect is during your opponent's main phase. Quick effect: detach 2 materials. Or just 1 if all of this card's materials are 𝔹𝑥cease monsters.
Which usually is going to be 1, I guess.
So, target 1 attack position monster while you transfer materials. So it's better if you can like actually get rid of all their mats. But
so I guess you discard the 2 that aren't 𝔹𝑥cease and then get an extra 1 out of the
and then
one
you can do 1.
Still.
But then target an attack position monster your opponent controls or 1 monster in their graveyard attached to this card. You can use this effective Undying Legion once per turn. So yeah, it's just a zombie generic rank 7.
You join the Legion.
The suck.
Question on the Mammoth again: is it what was the phrasing? A card that has this material, or card summoned with it?
A zombie monster that has this card as material gains this effect.
Okay, so that makes Undying Legion a pretty big brick house.
Yeah,
also,
while it is attached, it has it's 37, but also it's just a quick effect. It's just the same shit that Shark does, but slurp. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
it's a tab, which means I guess it's why it has to be 2 materials, so like it doesn't continue. It's not a continuous machine.
Yeah. It's so you can't keep cycling, forever with just sucking, their one good monster. But if your opponent makes an Xyz monster and you suck.
Yeah, if your opponent makes an if your opponent makes an Xyz monster, you've now had this card with 2 Xyz monsters under it, and you can just torture your opponent.
It also works from graveyard, so like you can do some very silly things. It is only during your opponent's main phase, but it is a quick effect, and it's just target in their grave or an attack position monster they control.
It's technically targeting, but outside of that,
I will also say very good form of interruption for link decks, because if you know your opponent's gonna link climb, you just go, oh, that's a nice link monster that you can't summon in defense position to get around this effect. Mine.
Like you can't really chain block me because I'm still targeting this one thing.
Yeah, I mean, like you can get around it, but it does have a quick effect. So this is a pretty good payoff to the deck. You get a quick effect suck. Your pumpkin can bounce to get rid of its own mats. Like there's a lot of stuff going on. And as I mentioned, we have the field spell, Call of the Forgotten. It's just the spooky graveyard cave from Duelist Kingdom.
Set up to 3 Call of the Haunted.
Yeah. When this card is activated, you can choose to set up to 3 Call of the Haunted from your deck or your graveyard. So there's still bricks in hand. But
I forget. Is there besides Heavy Feather Duster? Besides Heavy Feather, there's no just like spell trap board like wave clear, right?
No, there is. You can still play 2 Lightning Storm.
Yeah.
But you have to control no face-up cards to do that.
Okay, yeah.
Is Heavy Storm at 1 the TCG yet? I don't think they did that yet.
I don't think so.
They probably will sometime, but yeah, there are less back row breakers than needed. But yeah, so you get locked to zombies. But also, once per turn, if you activate Call of the Haunted, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, send it to graveyard. Activate Call of the Forgotten once per turn.
Wait. I have a wording question.
Yes.
You cannot special summon zombie monsters or monsters from the graveyard. That means it also goes around the lock, right?
Yes. Your graveyard monsters are allowed. You cannot special summon.
Which means you can steal graveyard monsters.
Yeah. If it came up, you could like activate Monster Reborn or something and steal your opponent's grave. Or use the vampire links to summon back your opponent's monsters in graveyard.
Well, I mean...
True.
That is an interesting...
I think that this field spell is pretty good, and I honestly think it's a good way to be like, okay, so it's a zombie deck, you don't want to run Zombie World, here's a thing for you.
Yeah, no, like, just fuck you, set 3 call from deck or graveyard. Just like, nah. And it's up to 3, so long as you don't open all 3 copies in your hand, that's great. I do believe Call of the Haunted is not a once per turn spell.
No, it's not. That card bold as fuck.
So there is actually, like, other than just getting your ass blasted by like Lightning Storm, there's no reason not to play 3 in the deck. And even if you get blown up by Lightning Storm or Feather Duster, you have 9 million ways to add those guys back. Just activate another Call of the Forgotten and set them all from graveyard again.
Yeah, activate your second and third copy of Call of the Forgotten. You're probably only playing 2, honestly. Like 3
That's probably a 2-up, just so you have a backup.
Unless the opponent has a way to make you to banish your graveyard cards.
I mean, it's entirely possible, but it's not the worst. So we'll also see how it goes.
I don't think Call of the Haunted is going to be the value banished from your graveyard, unless it's the only card in your grave.
No.
Oh yeah.
Next, we have Ectoplasmic Fortification. This is, again, literally just a manga panel. This is Pumpkin powering up the zombies. Normal spell card. Activate one of these effects. If you control no monsters, add a level 6 zombie monster or a Call of the Forgotten from your deck to your hand.
Definitely a 2-up thing, because you just have a direct searcher outside of terraforming. Awesome.
And if you do have monsters on your field, zombie monsters you control gain 400 attack. Then you draw cards equal to the number of Call of the Haunted you control.
Oh,
this is so funny. It basically they have to be active, right? Or can they be set?
Yeah, you have to be activated. They have to be face up.
No.
But remember that Pumpkin,
they can be
big
face
Pumpkin,
up, but it can be a dead Call of the Haunted, but you still control it.
No, I know, but
it's
set 3,
if you set
so it's
3,
like you can't combo off that.
But remember, you can only activate 1 fortification per turn. So basically, Ectoplasmic Fortification is a great Yu-Gi-Oh card because it is either an extender or a starter. If you have nothing on board, you activate it and can either add Pumpkin or you can add Call of the Forgotten, whichever makes your combos better. You know, what you don't have. If you already have guys on board, Pumpkin lets you set Call of the Haunted, discard a card, and then activate it that turn. So you can at least flip up one Call of the Haunted and then give your guy 400 attack. Permanent, by the way. Permanent 400 gain.
This feels like a 3 of, because it's just like, it's never bad.
Oh, yeah, no, this is because this is a one-card starter. This lets you play just one.
This is a one-card starter this is a one-card starter that goes +3.
Yeah, like if you get all 3 Call of the Haunted's face up, you get to draw 3 cards. Going first, like turn 1, you're probably only flipping up 1 Call of the Haunted. Okay, so you gain 400 attack and you replace itself if you need an extender. That's fine. You want to fish for hand traps.
To bring a dumb comparison, this is just like Pumpkin's fucking Sulfur Chord, was it Fortissimo? Whatever that dumb card was.
I think so. Fortissimo sounds right.
Yeah, something like that.
This is the card you see someone play and you just go, you!
You're just like, oh, I know. Anyway, X did mention this earlier, but Vortex of Time, it's Flame Swords and a Time Wizard fucking die. Quick play spell card.
This is what happens when you fuck up the coin toss.
So, this says, when your opponent activates a normal or quick play spell card or effect, or a monster effect while you control a zombie monster and Call of the Haunted, so you do need to have 2 cards live.
Except during the damage step.
Yeah, and except during the damage step. Your opponent tosses a coin, and their activated effect becomes the following. Either your opponent must banish... If you call heads, your opponents must banish 1 monster they control. That's you, by the way. You are the opponent in this case. It's Dark World rules. Tails, banish all monsters you control.
I will say, like, even regardless if you lose you get a card yours banished, I think that still works as, like, it's probably better than the other the effects you were trying to fuck up.
Now, we did talk about, right, like, banishing Call of the Haunted means they're hard to get back, but Call of the Haunted only removes the monster if it's destroyed, I believe. I don't think it says, unless they did actually errata it finally.
Yes. So you have a dead card you can plus off of.
If he leaves the field.
So, yeah.
One other thing to note, though, the way it's phrased, you choose, so why would you banish your Call of the Haunted?
Well, if you need all your monsters, you know, you can.
Well, it's banished when monsters they control. Yeah.
Call of the Haunted does say when this card leaves the field, destroy that monster.
Okay, also you're correct. It just says monster, so you have to banish a monster you control, so you can get rid of whatever you don't like. And then Tails, you banish all monsters your opponent controls. However, important thing. Remember we were talking about Feather Duster or Lightning Storm? Or perhaps Mystical Space Typhoon. Radiant Typhoon exists. That's a quick play spell.
Fuck you, do less.
Well, yeah, guess what? No matter what, this replaces the effect. Your opponent activates Feather Duster, you flip up Vortex of Time. They didn't activate Feather Duster. You might still have to banish a guy, but that's probably better than losing all 3 Call of the Haunteds you have in your back row. So
I will say the requires to always have a guy to banish, which is
so honestly, if you're talking about a deck that just puts little guys on board, that's zombie, baby. You can get 9 million things. Hey, guess what? You can play fucking Balderok in this deck because it's got a field spell that's not Zombie World. You could just summon back Balderok if you feel like it. There's no reason not to play him. He's a 7.
The interesting thing about this too is banishing a monster you control, even if it's one of your Call of the Haunted monsters. Like, yeah, it makes Call dead on your board, but you don't actually care about it being dead on your board because of of fortification.
Yeah, you can still draw. Also, there may be tech for this Shiranui package. Those guys love to be banished.
Oh yeah. Like my first thought when you said level 6 zombies was like kind of Shiranui because they have like a lot of synchro climbing bullshit, a lot of high level synchros that like they're kind of hard to get into in proper Shiranui. So like you probably could do some kind of like Pumpkin Shiranui bullshit.
Because like I will say this right now, your mandatory extra deck is like at least 1 copy of Pumpkin and Legion. Maybe you double up. I don't think you go to 3 of. Probably maybe 1 Pilgrim Reaper. One of the Vampire 6. I think that's Sheridan. Is that one?
Yeah, it's. I had to pull it up. It was like Vampire Baron Sheridan or something.
Yeah. And you might as well play the zombie vampire, the big rank 8, because he can be made with cards that belong to your opponent and shit like that. But other than that, that's still only like goodbye X. That's still only like half your extra deck tops. So obviously you can play the Vampire Links because they're pretty good cards. The Link 2 and the Link 3, Sucker and Fascinator. that let you steal your opponent's monsters. You might play the Vendread Link too, because he lets you bin guys to your graveyard, which you like, for an attack boost. But you've still got plenty of, like, you could run like a 5-deep package of 𝔸𝕂𝔸𝕋 and just be like, why the fuck not?
Like, I mean, honestly, just like run the high-end 𝔸𝕂𝔸𝕋s, maybe like one Samurai Saga or something. Just run the high-end shit because you're gonna have a lot of high-level monsters, and you're probably cool with your extra deck.
No, like, there's a lot of potential here, and we're not done because there's one last trap card. Keep in mind, by the way, all these cards say name check Call of the Haunted, so Forgotten, Fortification, Vortex, and Deadly Zombie Breath are all searchable.
Yep.
Which is great when you can search whatever piece you need. But Deadly Zombie Breath is a normal trap card that says, if you control a zombie monster and Call of the Haunted, target one monster your opponent controls, send it to graveyard. If you control a zombie monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target a face-up card you control, a face-up card your opponent controls, send them both to the graveyard. You can only use one effect per turn and only once that turn. But yeah, no, this is just a great card to play because it's just another way to do the send to grave effect. Just be like, nah, get rid of that guy. And also, it has a grave effect.
Oh.
Yeah?
Oh, dear.
Oh, is Vesper lagging a little bit? I might be lagging.
No, we were both we were both waiting for you to continue.
Oh, may have audio dipped a little there. Chad, on the stream side, did you guys catch that? Let me know. Make sure.
You said it had a graveyard effect, and then you cut out after that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Actually, let me. Yeah, because I also my scroll's not deep enough. The people at home can't see anyway. So the graveyard effect is banish this card from your graveyard. Target one face-up card you control. One face-up card your opponent controls. Send both those to the graveyard. And you can only use one effect per turn, and only once that turn.
I would say, like, a lot of the stuff is very interesting, and like, I definitely want to mess around with it when it goes live. I would say the only like obvious sort of issue is just the speed of Call of the Haunted, because like it's still a trap card. Like, yeah, you're setting 3 Call of the Haunted, but it's still you're still setting 3 trap cards that are very obvious. Just sort
like,
of
I think
bumps in your back row.
Obviously, Vortex of Time's effect replacement is designed to stop your opponent from just feather dusting your whole back row. I think Deadly Zombie Breath is another thing because it's like, if you have a Call of the Haunted in your hand, like if you draw it, which if you're playing a 3 of is entirely possible, you can't set it off of Call of the Forgotten. So like you can set cards into your back row, and like if your opponent pops them, you know, you might be like, oh well, that was my Deadly Zombie Breath, so now I can activate its graveyard effect because it's still a trap card. I can activate its graveyard effect to send 2 cards to graveyard, kind of a thing. And you can still activate one of them turn 1 with Grave Ghost's Pumpkin, with big old Pumpkin here. So like there's a lot of starters, there's a lot of flexibility. I love how searchable this deck is. It is still, like you said, super telegraphed what you're doing, but that might be okay because, like, if you're not playing Radiant Typhoon, I don't know a lot of decks that are playing, like, mass back row removal. Like, nobody plays Double Cyclone anymore.
Well, it's
or Twin Twisters.
It's not even this back row removal. I think the biggest hurdle of this deck is going to be surviving the first turn. Well, you're surviving, like if you're going first, it's surviving your opponent's first turn, or like either or. Like it's getting to your second turn. I
will say I think this deck requires a lot of ball knowledge, for lack of a better term, because you have some really great interruptions. You do that Stare of the Snake Hair on the correct monster, so it's negated and it can't be used as material. Your opponent's on a dead end turn. Like if you do that to the right piece, they're fucked. If they're a Link Climb deck, you like suck up their Link 1 or Link 2 that they need to keep on the field with Undying Legion. Their turn may be over because it's not in like graveyard to proc anything. It's under that guy. Sending to grave is a really nasty form of removal, right? You can do that a couple of different ways in this deck with like the graveyard effect of, or the either effect of Deadly Zombie Breath and obviously the effect of the field spell. So like you have a lot of tricks. The problem is that if either your opponent is playing one of those decks that doesn't give a shit, like, every single card is an extender type deck, which there are still some of those, like, that's going to be, you're not going to be playing through. And then if you don't know what your opponent's deck does and you do not know the right cards to stop them on, you may waste your interaction and still lose. It's a really good core of a deck, and I do like that because it's zombies. It is accessing that huge backlog of zombie support we've talked about before, because there's been like 2 or 3 zombie structure decks over the years.
There's been 2 or 3 zombie structure decks, and there have just been so many just random cards that have become like iconic brick houses for zombies, like Shinobi Necro, Mazera Devile, just like Samurai Skull. Like there's so many random zombie names.
What was
and also I will say,
Red Eye Zombie.
Yeah, that guy exists. The synchro ones, that's another synchro play you could do that steals your opponent's monsters, is the big stuff. Let me see. So we've got Grave Ghosts, which is probably, it's a starter, so it's a 3 of. You might 3 of Army of the Haunted. I kind of feel like you want a 3 of Snake Hair, but you could do 2 or 1 as just your tech card.
Probably. Like it's
Mammoth is probably a 1 of, because it's like you just cycle him back if you need him.
I think the worst part of Snake Hair is its stats for level 6, but it still is a very good interaction piece. And
like you special summon it to get rid of something annoying, and then hopefully you.
Its effect is not while it's on the field. It just happens like that.
That guy just target an attack position monster your opponent controls. That monster is negated. It cannot attack, and it can't be used as materials. Just fuck you forever.
Yeah. So unless your opponent's playing a tribute summon that like. That they really feel desperate about wanting to tribute over that guy. That boy's just staying there until you kill it.
So even if you run all these of 3 ofs, this is just 12 cards, which is not, that's like 1/4 of your deck ish, and it's probably not literally 12 cards because you can probably feist on the ratios. So that means you've got a whole like 30 other cards. Let's see, like all these are searchable. So like you play 3 Call of the Forgotten. Like just or 2 maybe even, because it's searchable. Like you play 2 field spells to cycle.
3 fortification, probably like 1 or 2. I don't.
Vortex is really cool.
You might play Vortex. Vortex is like 2 or 3 depending, because like it's a really good disruption piece, but it definitely kind of like feels locked down.
And your opponent could definitely like. There are going to be times when your opponent forces you to activate Vortex of Time, and that neither of those effects are particularly punishing. Like, for them, like, banishing one monster you control may be pretty bad, but you have to stop an effect. But it's still serviceable. Deadly Zombie Breath, like I said, is probably like a 1 of.
Mm-hmm.
Just because.
Well, it being another trap card, like I think we're well past the point of trap cards just being like bad and unplayable, but this is still like one of those finicky trap cards that you probably like would play 1 of at most, just because it's a funny interaction piece.
But that still, I think, is only like we're still talking about like maybe 20-ish cards of just nothing but the Pumpkin engine. So you've got a whole back half of the deck. So you can fill that in with whatever you want, any of your necessary hand traps, but there's probably room, especially if you get slim with some of these numbers, to run whole other engines. You can run any number of vampires you feel like that are good, of which there are several. What level is Fraulein?
Unless the plan is this is going to be like a new archetype, quote unquote, like we're making a Call of the Haunted zombie full ass archetype over several sets. If this is just like a one-off like TCG exclusive stuff, this is definitely meant as just a, like an accent to any other zombie package you feel like. Especially like considering
so far none of the maze sets have not even. Actually, no, that's not true exactly. There were a couple, like the OCG, like the Flame Swordsman stuff enough, they did 1 sequel card. But usually when the maze sets get imported to the OCG, they don't like get legacy support. So yeah, this is probably a one-off package.
Kind of is what it feels like, but either way, like just I mean, like I don't think you need to make more cards I don't think you can even make more cards for this. Actually, I just realized I didn't even look in the deck I had to load up in 𝕄𝕆𝕆. It is our the Genesis zombie deck that I built with 𝔸ℝ𝕀ℕ𝔾, and yeah, like I mean, like looking at all this shit that like is in here, like 𝔹𝔼𝕂𝔼, Changshi, like Mizuki, like got Necroface, like. Necroface might actually be a card you don't play in this just because you don't want to banish your own pieces, but like there's still a lot of ways you can configure these pieces to do a lot of different things, just the way zombie is so freeform as a super type.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say was like you've got shit like obviously like you can include all your favorite ofs. Like I said, you got a field spell in this deck, so you can just play Balderox, which set up stuff. Obviously, Balderock's not as good if you don't Zombie World to make your opponent's monsters zombies, so you can negate them, but he's still like a free big guy who just comes back every time. Another great zombie card is like 𝔹𝔼𝕀℉𝔾, I think, is a 7. You can just send. You can get that out.
God, and like we're probably well past the point of it being like super relevant, but God, just like running Eldritch packages or something. Like,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You could put an Eldritch accent in here because that's technically a trap deck that can like make your opponent wonder if they should be popping your back row or not. And if nothing else, like just remember, Forgotten lets you set from graveyard, so you can send a Call of the Haunted to graveyard to summon back Eldritch, for his effect. Like, there's great many wombo combos you can do. So, I think I've seen some people talking about this a little because, like, again, this is just like was released to the database. It's not like fully like, like spoiled in the sense that like they are not running press about this yet. But the whole set list is out there on official sources. I've seen a few people talking about it as being kind of neat and probably on its own probably forms the backbone of a core like rogue strat. It will probably be good in Genesis just because you will be able to play different axes of deck because this is a very modern style deck, but also is, doing different things. And there's a shitload of zombie stuff that's not pointed in Genesis as we just discussed. And may or may not see it at tournaments in real TCG play, just because, like we said, there's so many fucking zombie cards, guys. There's so many zombie decks. I would not swear up and down that somebody can't break this, because zombie decks have been good several times. There's a lot of good vampire stuff. Like I said, I asked earlier, is Fraulein a 6? That's the vampire card that lets you summon herself, when battle is declared and spend life points to change attack and defense. She's really annoying. Like, that's a card that's really hard to get rid of if you're summoning. There's all kinds of shit. So yeah, that's the 𝔹𝔼𝔸𝕋. Let us switch images and let's talk about the Kewl Tune. A deck that is, interestingly enough, I believe people, based on maybe some early OCG results and discussions, thought might be a little bit of a contender, but has not been putting up a lot of results. Not that obviously that means that much, because fucking everybody said, "Oh, White Binder's banned, Malice is dead." Malice, fraud alert, fraud watch. I told you. Oop, I grabbed it. Hold on, let me move this back. I'm trying to grab the chat window to move it over. I told you it'd be a surprise for later. And where's my text overlay? There it is. But everybody was like, fraud watch on Malice. Malice literally got a top 8 after the ban list went live. Like,
really funny, honestly.
I think they may even have won a regional somewhere, like fully cleared, and it's like, okay, so I guess we just had to like build the deck different. Also, I think somebody either got top like 8 or top 4 or won a regional with fucking magnets. Like Magnet Warriors won. Yeah. Or at least got a very high cut that was just shocking. So, like, as usual, decks are more freeform than you think. And there's a lot of room out there to get in there. Actually, I should mention this, because this is another thing, much like the JoJo joke, if you will. Another thing I know that if you're watching our streams, and you're specifically watching Fail Portrayal, you're probably a VTuber enjoyer. But Master Duel is paired up with HoloLive again this year. Yeah, shocking, I know. And they're doing a tournament.
Are you implying that people in this call are VTuber enjoyers, says the VTuber?
I know, shocking, right? But yeah, no, HoloLive is paired up with Master Duel again this year. They're doing a team thing, Team IP versus Team SP, because that's the theme of the anniversary. And so several of the HoloLive English girls have been, streaming again. It's not just, Fuamoko versus Bibu. We've got multiple members of the teams. And guess what? They're playing real decks.
I saw a clip and everyone's like, cronies, of course, playing fucking meta.
Yeah, cronies playing Mitsuyami. Somebody taught her how to build a Mitsurugi Yummy list. She has to practice with it still. I saw some clips where she had Habakiri in hand and did not activate Habakiri and forced her opponent to instantly go home. But yeah, no, she's playing serious meta. Mori Calliope is playing, which I'm sorry, it's Gigi's fault. I have to say it that way. I just hear it in my head. Mori Calliope. She's playing fucking man with the mark, Primite Man. Which is another, crazy toxic deck, but she's having fun, I guess. I think somebody in our Discord said that Bibu is on, what was it? Let me check in Tread Games. It's another real deck.
Is there
No, she's not playing Rock, she's playing Vanquish 𝐿/ K9.
Yo!
Jesus fuck.
Also,
your nose is mine.
There aren't that many Kewl Tune lists on YGO deck, but there is there are a handful of tops and runner-ups. We have a winner of it says I'm assuming Kenta CS is just a game shop from what I can looking into it, for a 40-player event. It won. There was a 150-player 3-on-3 tournament in Singapore. It says shared advantage, which I assume means that the 3 players their decks had to coincide to it's like how Master Saga, how Team Master Saga had the
conform
shared
as a group. Yeah.
There was a top 4 and a top 8 in Kewl Tune.
Okay.
There was a runner-up.
So they are getting tops.
Yeah, there was a runner-up in one, and there's a top 32 in a 500 event, and I'm not making this up, in Chongqing, which is I don't know, man. Top 32. Looks like a Kewl Tune. We're playing all the zombie girls. We're playing some side frames. We got some Bistials.
So actually, we should have mentioned that. I forgot. It was something I was going to say. Unfortunately, because we keep raising Albaz's stock, we now have Walbaz is out. You may. I think the current way that branded Draco Tail is going, you don't play that many Bistials, but Bistials will probably ruin your day as a pumpkin player.
Oh, the Quinta is a Kewl Tune Elven Note. Dual.
Okay, I could see that, because Elven Notes is a synchro deck as well. That's the third wave of the Medius type deck, and they are a synchro deck. They have tuners, and we should say that what Killer Tune does is they are an archetype of all tuners. All of them are tuners, and their synchro monsters, their archetypal synchro monsters, can be made using tuners. So you basically double tune everything. So this means that, you straight up play your Ghost Girls, because those are all tuners for some reason. You can play quite a lot of tech cards, so long as they're tuners, because you can do a lot of searching and summoning of other tuners. So it's a really, interesting style. Like I said, other than the Kewl Tune localization, I think the deck is actually really neat. It isn't something to be concerned, because one of their synchro monsters is kind of a floodgate. I think it increases all your opponent's monsters' levels by 1. So it completely fucks your level math until it gets off the field. But that doesn't mess up every single deck, so there's a lot going on there. Their styling is basically honestly, it's I think it's funny how the way decks work in Master Duel. They're only just now getting to K9. We're probably 6 months away from this. This is the deck they probably should have handed some of the Hollow Girls, because it's all about like references to literally making music. Like the characters are clearly like performers, DJs, mixers, etc. Like people working on music production. So like that's perfect for them. Also, actually, I should say there's one more deck. She hasn't actually streamed yet, but on her thumbnail anyway, Narissa Ravencroft has 𝕊𝕆𝕄, so she may be playing Luna's, which is another like not as good as like Vanquish Soul K9, I think, but is also still like a really good deck as well. So like
𝕊𝕆𝕄 is still a very it's a very powerful combo axis. Like it's
and I think in Master Duel they haven't put Liger Dancer to 1 yet, so you can technically still end on 2 towers. Yes, I know we've made the joke a lot. But yeah, no. So like that's a deck that like so long as you understand that it's a deck that you're probably going second and OTK, you know, there's stuff there. But yes, so the killer tunes are a variety of musical references, and their aesthetics are just they're little anime people. They're just you know, just guys.
They're little guys in like in front of giant speakers.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know, I can't even say it's like almost like I should say like rhythm game mascots. Like you can imagine this being a game where you hit some rhythm game buttons, and you know, they do stuff in the background while you're you know hitting to the songs. Like I can't really like. They're all a bunch of different types, and I think they're all a bunch of different attributes. So like I can't even say that they like have a distinct theme. They're just out here existing.
Yeah, like Fire Fiend, Light Fairy, Dark Thunder, Wind Warrior, Light Cybers.
Yeah, I think they might have in their starting batch might have like one of each. But let us begin alphabetically with our first example here. This is Killer Tune clip or Kewl Tune clip. I will say this is it's cool thing about their design, but they all have like built-in frames that they are moving past. All of them have like something in the 4 corners that they are in front of. So this is clip. He, she, it, they. I genuinely do not know. Truly, the killer tunes are the gender of all time.
They're all cubified enough to like just be vaguely androgynous.
Yeah, I'm just like I truly don't know because anybody could wear this outfit. We're like it looks kind of like a dress under a hoodie, but that could mean anything.
Yeah, like it's vaguely feminine, but like
yeah.
Again, it's just it's in the androgynous space.
Yeah. And also, you know, Clip has their arms and legs embedded in recording equipment. They've got like 2 giant tuning fork plugs and then probably 2 more on their feet. You know, they're clips.
That's what it
they're
looks
audio
like.
Clips. Let me actually, because as usual, the wiki attempts to. It's just talking about the phenomena of clipping in audio. Don't peek your microphone. But yes, so Killer Clip just has this, you know, whole look going on. They're dark, they're angry, they've got some noise waves. I like, you know, the design is pretty solid. They have a paper clip on their hoodie, so you know, or several of them actually. So there's like a branding thing going on here. It's very funny. And Clip is the aforementioned Dark Thunder, level 2. Most of these guys are low level because they're all, you know, they're an all-tuner archetype. And Clip has 800 attack, 1000 defense, and says, if this card on the field be used as synchro material, 1 tuner in your hand can be used as one of the other materials. This is another reason why you get to run the Ghost Girls. Because I believe... I don't think literally all of them have this effect, but most of them have this effect that they can synchro in hand.
All of them have it.
Okay, so all of them do have it. Maybe it's one of the like ones that's not out in Blazing Dominion that does it. But yeah, most of them will have it. I'm
looking on Edo Pro, and like all of the main deck monsters, like there's only 5 and they all have it.
Okay, yeah, I know. So because they only added 1 more later, which is also would be the fifth one, I believe.
Also, looking at the rest of these, they all feel feminine, so I think Clip might also just be in that space, because like the one we get out of later is most definitely a girl, and some of the others.
Yeah, no,
are
I think there are some people who make some arguments for some of them being more androgynous. Clip, obviously, I think is like, if we're talking about music acts, I think Clip is going for kind of a more androgynous, boyish look. But like I said, it still kind of looks like Clip's got a dress on under the hoodie. So we're doing different music beats, different music group stuff
of androgynous like rock characters. Whoa, it's me.
But yeah, so
he's just like me, for real.
Actually, though.
You can use each of the following effects once per turn. Yeah. She's just like me. Or possibly they, because I don't know their gender. Ask everybody their pronouns, including your Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Then we can say the correct gender terms when we're comparing notes. Anyway, let's see, where was I? Each of these effects once per turn. During your opponent's main phase, if this card's in your hand, quick effect, you can special summon this card, then immediately after this resolve, synchro summon a Tuner Synchro monster. If this card's sent to the graveyard as synchro material, banish a face-up. You can banish face-up one random card from your opponent's extra deck. One face-down card. Sorry, that was a little confusing. Okay, so Clip can use a Tuner in hand as synchro material. On your opponent's turn, or during their main phase, you can summon it from your hand and then synchro. And you can use another material in your hand, by the way, because that first effect is a permanent condition. If it's sent to the graveyard as synchro material, banish a random card from their extra deck. That's permanent, by the way. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just rip an extra deck, summon. Just so long as you have the number math to work out.
You can banish. Okay, no, that I read it again and I was like weird.
No,
weird phrasing,
it's worded a little weirdly in English, but yes, it's you banish a card that is currently face down in their extra deck. So if your opponent's playing Pendulum, their face-up cards are not banished, but you banish the card in their extra deck face-up.
Like, honestly, a very good specification, just in case, because God forbid you go up against the one pen player and you just get fucked.
Yeah, they just add extra asshole cards to their extra deck that you don't care about. And you're like, oh, cool, I sniped your Dino Mist. Or you could be like, well, I've killed Astrograph Sorcerer, but at what cost? My opponent still has the entire rest of their extra deck. But yeah, no. So you can already see kind of the strategy this deck goes for. You can use tuners in your hand to synchro summon, and Clip at least has the ability to play in your opponent's turn. And then when you are synchroed, you do a thing. So next is Kewl. Kewl Tune Q or Killer Tune Q. Much more, I want to say, like almost like a generic musician outfit, which is a little weird to say considering she's wearing a fucking multi-part translucent raincoat.
And what the fuck?
Like it's definitely like a neutral phase of costume.
Yeah, it's like it's a kind of like like a translucent mesh. Like I've definitely like I think it's meant to be a like microphone like an old school microphone like frame, but the translucency is just a little weird.
She's got the detached sleeves. I'm pretty sure we can safely say that the outfit she's got under it is like clearly like a one-piece swimsuit type thing.
Yeah, it's like a one-piece swimsuit leotard kind of thing.
Yeah. And then she's just wearing regular like, pumped up kicks, regular big sneaks.
Well, like she has like her the rest of her leg wear is asymmetric where she has the like the puffy sock on one foot and then like half a stocking that then turns into like a weird like plastic mesh strap thing.
No. Like, I mean, I've seen, pop acts. This isn't that crazy. Like,
yeah, like look, we're confused, but I don't think this is a bad look. It's just like, oh no, this is a very stylized Gaga-esque like concert.
What's the God? I'm showing my fucking at-home ignorance of the music thing, but yeah, not necessarily Chapel Roan, but like, what's the big red carpet that everybody talks about the outfits at? It's not at the Grammys.
The Grammys, Emmys.
It might be, but like there's. You always see it every year when that particular music event happens, where it's like, here's the red carpet. These people wore, you know, it might be the Grammys.
Yeah, the Grammys are music, because Kendrick was the one who won like 5 Grammys last year.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where like there are certain red carpet events with musicians that you hear about. It might be like at Coachella as well. It might be what I'm thinking about as like a performance. But the artists like show up to the red carpet in absolutely ludicrous outfits, and you hear about it like once a year. So it's not that weird. I am wondering what this other thing like down here is. Is that like a skateboard? That would fit the aesthetic for kind of like a pop punk thing.
It looks more boogie board than skateboard, honestly.
It could be. It looks like some sort of sporting board, but I don't know what it is because it's just in the background. Along with the rest of this stuff. Also, do note she has different colored hair. It's like silver on one, half blue on the other, and kind of like dyed asymmetrically. She also has a heart-shaped idiot hair, 𝔹𝕀𝕉, inside her hat. I can only imagine how much of a pain in the ass for the costuming team that is to set that up and then put it.
It's like I think it's meant to be like her hat's meant to be like a light bulb. It looks like maybe that's what the like it's not like mesh. It's like meant to resemble like glass.
Yeah, maybe that is it. Maybe she is overall a light bulb. She is light attribute, light fairy. So that could be what we're looking for. So, Q is, as I said, light fairy level 3, 900 attack, 1900 defense. If this card in the field we use synchro material, you can use a tuner. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card's normal summoned, special summon 1 tuner from your hand, deck, or graveyard except Q, but you can't special summon for the rest of this turn except tuners. If this card's sent to the graveyard as synchro material, excavate 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck, banish one of them, put the other on the top or bottom. Mean. I'm realizing now, I haven't looked too closely at these cards in a while, like line reading their effects. This is a mean deck. This deck is mean.
It sounds
so. This card is your normal summon, and just special summon any fucking tuner. Fuck you. I think Red Nova's one of the best picks, like currently, but there's a lot of cards this can be. Like anything can fit the numbers you need.
But for the rest of your turn, you cannot special summon except tuners.
Yeah, I know. You get your tuna locked. But also if this card's sent to graveyard as synchro material, look at your opponent's top 2, banish one of them, and put the other one on the top or bottom. So if you see that your opponent has the best draw in the world and the absolute worst draw, you can banish the good one and go, no, leave the dog shit card. You're drawing that card next, bud. And if they have 2 great draws, you can just be like, okay, banish one, put that other one at the bottom. Like, that's crazy.
Oh, okay. To not get too ahead of ourselves, I have seen one of the Kewl Tune synchros where we see a more like, it definitely.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
It is Q, but it's like it's a mildly different fit.
The synchro transformations are a little oddball. Also, yes. Hello, Dallas. You missed us talking about zombies.
Zombies.
Yeah, they revealed the new. Well, they didn't reveal. They added to the database all the new pumpkin stuff for Maze of Muertos. I will link that to you in a second, but let me throw. Yeah, our next Kewl Tune is Mix. By the way, these are not in Master Duel, so I'm just searching these on Google Images, and like I said, my notes are written with Kewl Tune, and I'm getting all the images just fine. It's funny how that works. Everybody, look at this Kewl Tune while I grab our.
But it's cool.
What? Why does this look like an ARMS character?
See, you say ARMS. These characters all look like they're from Jet Set Radio Future.
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
but
they are kind of Jet Set adjacent, yes.
I also love she just has headphone jacks for pigtails.
This is a musical themed archetype with musical themed characters who are just like, yeah, we're music themed. What of it? What you gonna do about it?
Are you gonna stop us?
All right, I'll link that for Dallas to look over. But yeah,
I wish they had gone. I wish they had gone kind of like a little more in depth with it, but I understand they didn't want to.
Well, you never know. They're like getting.
I wish they'd also done as well, because I know they're doing like individual parts of making music. Generally is what it is. I wish they'd also had each character be a different genre. Instead, they're all kind of just.
They're all kind of, I want to say, generically J-rock or J-pop, like maybe a little pop punk.
It's less like it's less that they're specifically music themed. It's more a lot of their concepts are around like the idea of making music or
I don't know what
audio futzing.
I don't know what a woman with audio jacks for pigtails has to do with the concept of mix. Of an audio mix, but her name is, Kewl Tune Mix.
So audio mixing is making sure that your sound is good. So I assume.
Well, yeah, I know. I have done an audio mixing before, but not for
I imagine
for just audio.
See, this is the problem. She shouldn't be happy. She should be depressed at a desk all the time, just all the time listening to like balances and making sure everything's fine.
And that's like I said, the thing is,
dad at her computer.
The aesthetics for everybody do not necessarily like meet the parts of the music thing that they do. Like Clip was angry, and clipping is an audio error, but it's just that kind of a thing. I still don't know what Q was going for, other than I'm an audio cue, like she's light type.
I think the idea is that it's meant to be a lot of like DJ based stuff, because like you have like audio cues.
Yeah, this is very rave. This is very rave DJ.
This particular color scheme, yes, is very. I played Saints Row the Third.
No, but even I would say honestly, the one that looks most like people I've seen it. The one that I've seen that most looks like a person at a rave was actually Clip.
I mean, other than the
what was the last one you saw? The red one.
Q.
We haven't looked at a red one
yet. Yeah, Q.
Q's kind of translucent.
If you mean the cover one, if you mean the one that was on the thumbnail, that's
a synchro. We haven't looked at them yet. That's RS or Red Seal.
That's RS.
But they're a synchro. We haven't talked about them yet. Also, actually, we should say this because Dallas is late coming. We did a little detective work, and we think we understand why they did have to change the name, because the name of the archetype is probably referencing a Japanese song named Kewl Tune.
Whose band's label used to be EMI Japan, which is now Universal Japan.
Yeah, so it Tokyo Jihen. So
of course it's Universal Music Group.
So it's like one of those things where, like, much like every JoJo stand name has to get changed. I understand why Konami was like, listen, we don't want anybody to get any ideas. I still personally think that Kewl Tune is not the best localization choice they could have made. Literally just do Kira, with RA instead of Kewl Tune.
I think the problem of Kira is that it still would be the name of the song.
The name of the song phonetically is Kirachin, from what I see.
Which is also the same phonetic name as the archetype. So maybe that would still be a little
I'm going to be honest, Omega.
Close.
This is not, I guess, not a popular opinion. I kind of like Kewl Tune. Like, it's so dorky that it fits perfectly with the type of people.
You would like it because you see this and you go, of course they have a weird dumb name. I love it.
Yeah, these are ravers. Like, of course, they're all on drugs.
I guess,
and
so I will say this: in the Big 26, Kewl is awful. Go back 20 years, 10 to 20 years, like that range. No, I absolutely. You are right,
Omega,
Dallas. I knew the people
they're
on
being
the internet.
retro. They're being retro. That's the point.
I knew people on the internet who would say Kewl unironically and would go to rave parties and DJs. Like those those people absolutely did exist, and unironically would both rep this fit and would rep the name. It's just like I said, it's very weird to do it in like late 25, early 26.
I don't know. I kind of love it.
We got sidetracked on her design when Dallas came in, but I just realized on the opening of her knee is a headphone jack.
Yes.
Yeah. No, she's got sockets for knees, and at first I thought she was wearing a fishnet shirt, but no, it's worse than that. It's made of those little mosaic tiles like a disco ball. So it's
my god, it is. I thought
on her. Oh my god! Did you notice that her legs have audio mixing designs on them?
Yeah. She's got audio bars. She's got the level bars.
Yeah.
And it's all in the contrasting like green and purple. Like no, every part of the design is super like thoughtful. Like she's got those patterns in her hair. She's got the big disc. She's got either ribbons or like
pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like she's got a long leg and a short leg.
Yeah.
That's how you know they're ravers.
True.
All of their clothes are asymmetrical. That's just. By the way, I'm saying this out of half love. I do. Not anymore because I'm old and my bones are tired. But I did go to raves.
Not shocked at all. No. You know what else is asymmetric? Arms, because notice how she's got one ungloved hand with pink and green nails, and then she's got a gloved hand. She's got. The single glove is like the most like this scene ever. Like this is.
I'm mildly annoyed that the glove is not on the other asymmetric half because that would make more sense.
Yes. Also, that it's not fingerless. It should be. That's the one critique. It should be a fingerless glove.
Well, like if you're doing an asymmetric design, you should have like if you're doing like a split asymmetric design, you should have the asymmetry on opposing sides. Is my mantra with that. Like the glove should be on the other hand.
I mean, that would mean that I guess it depends on where we're characterizing the asymmetry, right? Because she's got the short pant leg on the other leg, like it's on her right knee, is uncovered. But I guess that's where different things are covered up. Anyway, Mix is a Wind Warrior tuner, level 2, 100 attack, 2,000 defense. These girls have very big defenses, very small attack stats. Has the effect that, if this card be used as sacred material, you can use a tune in your hand, and then you can use the following effects once per turn. If this card is normaled or specialed, add a Kewl Tune from your deck or graveyard to hand, except a level 2. So the level 3s, I think, is the only other targets, because I think they're all 2 or 3. If this card's sent to the graveyard as sacred material, target a monster your opponent controls, destroy it. So just search, summon, poppin'. All right. So next we have out of the last of our 4 originals.
I didn't even realize she had the records as like hair accents. I've been looking at the outfit for so long I didn't see the top.
These girls are so busy that like a lot of their things go by. So next we have
can you just like
Kewl
spit
Tune
on the head of
Reco, which is supposed to be
what the
Reco,
fuck?
like record.
Okay.
The lower hip hop girl of the group. I see.
I think we've jumped the shark on this hairstyle, guys.
Yeah, the hair is extreme because she's got one earphone cinnamon bun is bigger than the other. They're also, by the way, alternate colors. She has 3-tone hair and 2-tone eyeballs.
The one thing I don't like the most about her is her tie. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't know what we're calling this set because she's got a huge puff jacket, which is very like rave DJ.
It's a lightning bolt tie, but it gets disgustingly fat by the end of it.
She has a giant tie, but she's wearing a tube top and hot pants. But the hot pants are they're not hot pants; they're clipped to stockings, which are hard to tell because she's got giant, chunky knee-high boots.
They're not
the
boots.
Knee-high boots are cassette. They're also cassette tape.
She has Lego brick sunglasses.
Also, yes, no, Vespera's correct. They're not technically boots because they're like the arch of the foot is open. They're armor
like
plates.
8-inch high heel pumps.
By the way, the best part about her hairstyle, you know what it is, right? It's a music note.
I mean, yeah, but I still don't.
I love
don't,
also, what radioactive Dayglow paint did we paint those goggles in?
Whatever the fuck is left behind after a rave.
They are literally luminous.
That residue.
She's got like the like half hand gloves, like they go up not to like her full wrist.
She's a record player because one side's the 12-inch and one's the 7-inch. Oh, I hate this.
I love it. I love it.
This archetype's crazy. Also, talk about the tie. That's her fucking bang that goes down to the floor. How?
Yeah.
How? I mean, clearly, obviously, in real life, it would be a clip, but like, what the fuck? How is your hair?
Oh no, I assume all of this is fake hair.
But yeah, no. Rico is, or possibly Recco, is crazy.
I think it's gonna be record because like
it's record.
If they're meant to be like a record, it's like Recco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Very good for her to be a fiend. This is clearly a devil, a demon, monster.
Fire fiend, even.
Yeah, fire fiend. Which is why, by the way, why I think Red Nova is playable in this. I think. There's funnily enough, I think there's some things you can do with Resonator and Crimson Dragon engines in this deck.
You could do some goofy shit with this deck. By the way, I hope you know, as soon as this comes into Master Duel, I'm building it.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be all about it. But Recco is the Fire Fiend, level 3, 1500 attack, 800 defense. So this is the only one who's got higher attack so far out of him. As usual, if it's on the field and can be used to synchro material, you can use a tuner in your hand. You can use it to falling effects once per turn. If this card is normaled or specialed, add a Kewl Tune from your deck or graveyard to your hand except to level 3. So this searches the other level, depending on what you have. And if this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, target a spell trap your opponent controls, destroy it. So it looks like Mix and Recco are kind of like in like a duo. They are each the opposite number. Mix searches non-level 2s and pops a monster. Recco searches non-level 3s and pops a spell trap. And then Clip and Q are kind of doing their own thing. And then out of the initial wave, that's the only main deck monsters we get.
I wish I could read Japanese. I want to see what the poster says that's on her record.
I don't know what the poster is. Actually, also, I just realized, let me show it before we move off her. We have concept art for Recco.
It doesn't look like Japanese. That kind of just looks like generic.
Oh, is it what's that term called of like?
Oh, it might be heavily stylized kanji.
I think it's
I'm gonna be honest.
Stylized.
I think they used kanji as a base, and then they changed it. The title is still Kewl Tune in like a fake font. Like you can see it when I posted the concept art blown up. I'm gonna shrink her down a little now, but you can see the text here. So they have like all of their references are like Kewl Tune. And you can see the art and stuff.
I don't hate her tie as much because you can see the zigzag. Like the way her design on the card, it just looks like it just becomes a fat blob at the bottom.
Hey, remember how we talked about Jet Set Radio? Her fucking boots are giant roller wheels.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Can I say
or they
my other
rotate
fact I've
into
discovered?
blade skates.
I'm pretty sure her jacket is a record player on the back. I'm pretty sure it's a record table
on the back.
It's definitely meant to be because if she's a record, then she has like the 12-inch LP and the 7-inch single, like as her hair buns.
Yeah, but she's got the wheels.
Biting her hair bun?
This is purely for me.
No, you can see all of them together. Clip is like harassing Recco, and Q and Mix are just jamming.
I know they wanted to do a symmetry thing. I really wish she instead put spell traps on top of the deck so she could spin them.
Oh my god,
that would
be perfect.
Also, this is look at this fucking logo. They've got a logo for like her tie down, but then it flips up to be like a skull face.
Hey Omega.
Yeah.
Can you drag that image to the left a little? I guess I saw something that makes me hate her hair even more.
Oh, hold on. You want to see the hair more?
No, like just direct. It's flat. It's flat.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Yeah. I pulled the concept art over there.
Yep.
It's a circle. It's very goofy.
These women are perfect in terms of like these embody. Whoever got this archetype to do the art design is a music nerd. I guarantee.
We're
you.
yelling.
We're
Yelling about these designs. I do like them. There was just a lot happening with these designs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, like these are very busy. I think by design, we're literally about to look at one of their synchros, which is called Loudness War. Like this, these girls represent a style of music, like we said, that's like this is like DJ rave shit. Like you are. I'm just like I've got 1,000 Todd in the Shadows episodes about fucking Eurobeat or Eurodance mix playing in my head of just like we don't give a shit what the lyrics are. We're just like you just need a deep thumping bass that you could dance to, and that's it. We'll do anything. Like keep in mind that Eurodance is the same genre that produced both Cotton Eye Joe and also Hadaway's What Is Love. Which is also, again, super loud. And
a lot of things in between.
And a lot
dance till you're dead.
Oh, that's a little more modern, but it's definitely also I'm just thinking of other shit like, you know.
Well, because this is the vibe. The vibes this gives me is electro-punk.
Yes, no, like these girls are a little more punk than like 90s Eurodance, but it's like loudness is intended. We don't give a shit if you go blind.
This is all about noise and emotion and vibe.
And that's even in their visual designs because, like I said, let me double check that you can see. Okay, you can't quite see your eyeball on stream. Let me pull that down so you can see that as a close up. But yes, no, she has literal two-tone eyeballs. That's how crazy over-designed these are. She has a second iris inside her iris.
Heterochromia.
Yeah, like, I mean, technically you can be heterochromatic that way, but it doesn't look like perfect concentric circles when that happens in real life also. Like, usually the pigment is fucked up a different way. But yeah, no, like it's just, everything is super crazy. So that's
her eyes have to be records.
Yeah, that's Reko's concept art they've posted, so, like, that's the crazy shit.
Honestly, like, going back to her design, it bothers me even more that they put her hair exactly in the spot that makes her tie look as bad as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they've covered it up a little so you can't see the designs. But all right, let's look at. Actually, I should remove just so we're not layering on layering. But next will be Loudness War. Which is just it is their we're kind of going a little out of order because I'm doing alphabetical. This is their largest level wise synchro, but the Loudness War is just this is the club.
This feels like a DMC @𝕊𝕆𝕆𝕆𝕆𝕆 boss, not like the.
See, I was thinking 𝕊𝕆𝕄�automata personally, but I get what you get.
No.
Hey, funny enough, I was gonna make a reference to the final boss of Jet Set Radio Fusion.
I don't know if I would say fair necessarily, but like this doesn't. These speakers aren't yelling at me to become as gods, but definitely like it is a weird giant robot. Honestly, with the color scheme, hey, guess what I was thinking of? I was like, this could be a boss in Persona 4.
I'm glad we
like
all
an enemy shadow. Like
all four of us
everybody was like, there's a
things,
Japanese video game that this looks like.
Yeah.
No,
there's a whole bunch of weirdos in the crowd that I love. Look at these little ravers. I think one of them is 2 mice, or possibly 3 mice sitting together over here.
I thought it was a mouse with 3 heads.
There's a guy who might have a bolt or a horn in his head and is wearing a fishnet top.
See, I got anthropomorphized giraffe rig from that.
He could also be some kind of furry. I don't know.
Charlie from Smiling Friends in a
oh my God.
weird rave spiked chest.
Also, by the way, much like how some places have like mosh pits where you need to like sign a waiver, you have to sign a waiver to go to this show. Because if you go past the barriers into where the floating turning record discs are, you might get crushed.
You're gonna get squashed like a pancake.
There are like literal floating robot hands. Like when the quadruple X subwoofer hits, like you're gonna get thrown into the stratosphere, man. But no, this is sick. I don't really. I hope they release concept art of this later. I don't know which one of the characters is supposed to be the DJ at the center. Like which.
Oh, I know which it is. I know which it is.
Which one is it? Do you know? Because
I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain it's Trackmaxer or Trackmaker.
Okay. All right, we'll double check with Trackmaker later.
Fairly certain.
I will say one thing that's really interesting about why there are so many Kewl Tune synchros. Most of them call for a specific tuner. They call for one of the girly pops in specific. Loudness War, as their kind of biggest bossest one, does not. It's just It's just 2+ tuners.
Yeah. Trackmaker is the other one that is. It requires a Kewl Tune tuner, but any generic.
So yeah, that would make sense that we stack up. Kewl Tune Loudness War is a light machine synchro tuner, level 6, 0 attack, 3k defense on a level 6 synchro tuner, by the way. Other tuners you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, your opponent cannot target them with card effects. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, banish a Kewl Tune monster from your graveyard. Apply that banished monster's effect when it is sent to graveyard as synchro material. You can only use this effect once per turn. So it protects all your tuners, non-targeting, non-destruction, and gives you a reaction to do the extra deck rip or the top of the deck rip or pop a monster or pop a spell trap, basically. Like gives you a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, seems good.
So there's a lot of it's a very good one. I think it is meant to be kind of the main one.
Yeah, it's your kind of like you throw this down, hit this your big like setup card, sort of like just like shows on your board and just keeps sort of it keeps that sorry brain. My brain is
yeah. It's too loud in there.
Like it
brain broken.
Yeah. I'm struggling from near-death experiences and shit or something. I don't know. But this one just allows you to flex out. Are there other banish play in this deck? Actually, I don't think we've seen much.
Not from any of the main deck monsters. We'll see about the other like targets. Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of other cards that kind of like vibe around that, like they're like, oh, like just like activate this card's synchro effect even though you're not synchroing, but not really anything that's like.
So it seems like Loudness War specifically does banish to do that, where other ones will do different things. Okay, no. So I think it's just I thought there might be a generic like non-killer tune coming in a set. But it doesn't look like that. The Blazing Dominion was just the 3 new cards. We added some new members to the squad. So let us then look at our next one, which we did mention is the cover card. Is this is a double name change in the OCG. This is Kewl Tune Red Seal. Now, they changed this because that is referring to RCA's Red Seal Records. So, yeah.
A Sony music entertainment company. Also, by the way, I want to mention something mentioned on Wikipedia. Apparently, in some part of the concept art, like documents, the synchro monsters are referred to as their assassination mode.
Well, they are called Kewl Tune, so I guess they might be trying to kill you. So this is RS, Red Seal, which requires Rekko. So this is Rekko's powered up mode. Her hair is like unwinding.
When you fuck with the rave, and they go, oh, we have to kill you
now. She has like Wolverine claws. She's wearing a gas mask now, but again, that could just be like a scene thing.
She has a gigantic like record needle weapon thing that she's gonna stab you with in both directions.
Yeah, the record needle is
her wheelie legs are bigger, but also she's still got her fit on because now she has a pleated skirt, but it's also slashed up.
Yeah, fairly normal.
And she's got 2 belts. At least 2 belts.
Also, those are not wheels, they are records.
Yeah. Well, they were wheelie bits before, but now they're
I thought the record was her hair, but you can still kind of see her hair. For some reason, they've like swapped sides, but
they're unspooling. Her hair is unspooling.
Yeah, it's like unwrapping here. I don't even know what you would call this like super cropped top. But we've got like
a crop top.
Is it like halter top or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like halter top. Like there's.
It's even more haltery. She still has a tie, but now it's tiny. It's thin. It's a thin tie. Or it might actually be connected to her mask because it looks like there's 2 of them. Like
it does look like it's little strands on her mask. Yeah.
Okay. And she's still asymmetric. You can't really tell what's going on, but she's got like one leg is in like a parachute pant, but above the knee it's like cut into ribbons.
Fairly certain her entire outfit, like this is what I was saying earlier. I'm fairly certain her entire outfit, minus the like cyborg bits on her arms and the wheel shoes, I've literally just seen on ravers. Yes,
I mean parts of this, yes, like definitely. Oh no, that's what I said. Like the gas mask isn't even a combat mode thing, but even though she is doing like a killer eyeball thing.
Like I said, the skirt that is made up of buckles, seemingly, the
buckle straps connecting the shorts.
Yeah, no, those are. I'm like, yes, no, this is rave wear. The difference is it's 2 black. If it was an actual rave wear, they would all be different colors.
I will also say, because this was the cover card, some people were kind of like, you know, hunting around for like, hey, what sort of gender is this person? I think knowing that they are the powered up form, yeah, 𝔻 is definitely, you know, female presenting. So I think we can safely say, yeah, RS is just 𝔻 but powered up.
Yeah.
I know some people are looking for, you know, very effeminate men. You're not gonna find them here. I think everybody in the Kewl Tune is a girly pop.
I'm not 100% sure, but I definitely know 3 out of 4. Clip is the only one I'm like.
It's 4 out of 5. It's 4 out of 5 once we get to Rotary, but
yeah.
Clip is the only one kind of like in an actively androgynous state, but also like their clothing is leaning.
Clip's gender is anger.
Yeah,
true. But like I said, I think under Clip's like raincoat hoodie, it looks like they're wearing like a dress. Like you know, it's a black dress, but it's like a pretty little dress thing. So it's like probably like you know, doing different bits of fashion and whatnot is a whole thing. So Red Seal RS is a Dark Fiend Synchro tuner, level 5, 700 attack, 2400 defense. It's 𝔻 plus 1 or more tuners. Gains 300 attack for each tuner in the graveyards. The graveyards. Keep that in mind. Levels of monsters your opponent controls with 1700 attack or less, original attack, are increased by 1. So like I said, they have a pseudo floodgate. This mostly tells Yummy to fuck off and die. Fucks up lots of other like decks. But it is not a universal floodgate. It just fucks with your level math a little bit. Also, pretty bad for Ryzeal, I think. Most of those guys are like 1700 or less when they're not overlaid.
We'll get to it in a bit, but I've seen Kewl Tune clips. Synchro, no, these are all ladies.
Okay.
I'm still not 100% on that one, but...
Wait till we get to it, they're all ladies.
Well, you're going to see the art probably bigger than normal.
I am notoriously bad with gender, though, so maybe I'm not the best person to...
Dallas has gender blindness. He doesn't see gender.
I really do. It's...
Much like how some people don't see color.
Genuinely, I did not realize half of my friends in community college were trans for 4 years.
Hey, Dallas. How you doing?
Hi.
Wait, you're trans?
I'm in danger. You guys really got me with that one.
Kill the Mega.
Regular.
Why didn't you tell me?
Abbott and Costello.
Who's on first?
Red Seal, RS. During your main phase quick effect, you can banish a tuner from your graveyard. Target a face-up card your opponent controls, negate its effects. You use each once per turn. So yeah, RS also banishes, but doesn't banish to activate an effect. It just banishes any tuner from your graveyard to effect Veiler your opponent. So it gives you something to do with all those Ghost Girls you're playing because they're tuners, and effect Veiler you're playing because it's a tuner. Like, it's a very funny case where lots of hand traps are also tuners, so this deck gets to play some funny combos and have your... Like, honestly, I should probably try and play this deck, because if you ever pay attention to me, like, ranting on Twitter about how Master Duel sucks, but I play it because I want to play cool Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks and I have to build up gems, like, constantly to do it, I fucking hate non-engine. Non-engine should be abolished. So many games I've lost because... I have either chosen to go first or my opponent has made me go first, and I have just opened my grip, and I'm just like, okay, Yummy Quick Play spell, Yummy Continuous spell, doesn't do anything. 3 hand craps. Cool, great. End phase.
What if you could turn all of those tuner hand traps into material?
Yeah.
It's great.
No, so definitely, like, got a lot of potential there, and honestly... I think that's okay because, like, I personally like the way some Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks are going with more turn 0 plays, where it feels less like you have certain, like, must-of hand traps all the time and can kind of get some interactivity, because I have always hated the way that game design, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck design, I should say, gets homogenized, because usually what happens in most formats since I've been playing is the decks that win are the ones that first could make room for 10 non-engine and then go up to like 15 non-engine, and then that got like really high that like you were playing some crazy decks that were like literally 20 non-engine cards, and then Konami was like, wait, that's too many non-engine, you're getting a little crazy, we're gonna shave that back.
Can I bitch about my least favorite banning of all time?
Which one?
Or my least favorite limiting of all time, I should say, because I think it's only limited, not banned anywhere.
Is it still called by?
It's still no. Because called by is not. That's not what I'm talking about. This is from a deck building perspective. This is my least favorite.
Okay.
And it is still a cross-out designator.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's cross-out.
Running a suite of single copies of hand traps plus cross-out designator just made for so much more varied and fun gameplay to me. Like, yes, it made my decks less effective, but it made them more fun.
I will say this. I think there's an argument for it. I think the reason why Konami went away from it for a long time, like, because originally in the TCG, because they imported it late, they left it at 3 for a long-ass time because Cross-Out Designator wasn't that good because there was no Maxi in the format. So there was you must negate hand trap.
The main reason Cross-Out was seen as like, oh, like when this card's going to hit the TCG, it's going to be insane because Maxi.
Because it was in every OCG deck because Maxi is in every OCG deck. Like, literally, now that Maxi is at 1 in Master Duel, I think it's at, like, 98 or 99% representation. Like, now that you only need one of them, literally everybody is like, well, I can play one Maxi. Like, the game's been out for 4 years. You have no reason not to have gotten at least 30 gems together kind of shit. Like, it's crazy. But, no, like, Cross-Out was at 3 in the TCG for a long time because there were less Silver Bullet hand traps. I think the reason why they eventually reduced it is because in mirror match formats, Cross-Out Designator does something very annoying where it means that if you're on the play and your opponent has counterplay, you get to set up your board and then cross out their starters when they activate them. And that is kind of it's a really frustrating game space when you can use it like that. That's kind of like a non-fun play. But I do actually agree with you that I think the idea of running like 3 cross-out and then a suite of one-of hand traps, because you still do that today with 1 cross-out designator. That's like a thing you can do.
Yeah. That is partially my Magic brain speaking, because Magic is just the acceptance that the mirror match will be shit. And there's nothing we can do to fix that. So, like,
I think Yu-Gi-Oh tries to avoid that because the nature of formats in Yu-Gi-Oh is that if there's a really good deck, it's much more likely that you will get a like mirror. If the releases aren't balanced correctly, you can end up with one deck being really, really overrepresented. Usually they will take steps on the next ban list to stop that, but that can still mean a miserable like couple of months for players, which is like that's the issues with tier format shit, you know.
The main difference thing I've seen from Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh is that within decks there seems to be more variance in what is accepted as the best format in Magic, whereas Yu-Gi-Oh seems to have less variance.
I think, and I've heard MBT talk about this a little, I think Yu-Gi-Oh does have a net decking problem where people just look up the best ratios, the quote-unquote the best ratios, and they just steal whoever topped with its deck list, and then they go there because they're like, obviously that's the best. So, like, players don't experiment as much as they could, and so you do tend to get more homogenized deck lists.
Magic has a problem with that in casual formats, not competitive. It's very odd.
Honestly, I think the problem is that more Yu-Gi-Oh players are casual than they think they are. But yes, what have you noticed about Remix? Because this is Remix.
First off, the earphone jacks. I guess they weren't actually pigtails. They were like on her backpack.
Yes, they're on her back, I guess, because now they're plugged into her gun arms.
Yeah, they plugged into her gun arms, and they're shooting headphone jack bullets.
It's so good. By the way, I just want to say, localization team, 10 out of 10, no notes. Mix to Remix is just...
Well, that's just her. That is just her name.
Oh, then card designers, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Mix is Kewl Tune Mix is one of the materials for Kewl Tune Remix, which is this one. So she is Remix from Mix, which is great. She also has the gas mask. Her record hair clips are now standing straight up, so they're kind of like Kimono Mimi ears. But they're still flat discs. Notice how she's wearing.
She has the fucking Akira eyeline.
Oh my god!
No, they both
leave me alone.
RS had a glowing eyeball line too. I don't remember what Mix had. No, she was wearing stockings, right? Now she's just wearing like tight pants. Yeah, no, check out RS. She's got like a big glowing line.
I know. I put it back up. I can see it now.
Yeah.
She is no longer a raver. She has gone full punk. This is just a full punk
She's got like a
outfit.
she's got like a bolero jacket on.
Punk?
No, this is hardcore. Like, this is like she's going to like go into a mosh pit and either break her teeth or break someone else's teeth.
I think she's gonna break other people's teeth because her teeth are protected by a gas mask.
That's why she has the gas mask. It makes sense.
She's got her big stompy shoes on. She's got knee guards. You can see her fucking headphone jack bullets in a giant bandolier on her tight leather pants.
It's so funny. This design is peak. It's just like, how do we make a music chick into an assassin? This is some fucking like what's the anime? It's a new anime that's like come out that is like these people have household objects that turn into like assassin weapons.
I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but I think I know.
Gachikuda.
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
Yeah, the one where one of the weapons is just the chick pulls out a fucking Glock and kills. So, spoiler. It's the best scene in the entire show. It's really good art. I don't know about the story, but man, is the art pretty.
I did not know anything about the premise, but I guess someone's been trying to get me to read it for a while, and I might.
All I know is there's
is that someone Mori Calliope? Because she did one of the OPs, and also really likes the series. Yeah, no, the anime Mori did one of the OPs.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to anime at this point. It's not even a like I don't want to watch anime. It's like I'd rather just read the manga and like if there's a show that I'm interested in, like Cinderella.
You should read the manga then. Like the artist for Gachi Kuda, I don't know how to pronounce Gachi Akata is way too. I don't want to say this because it sounds really insulting, and I really respect them. They're way too talented to be a usual mangaka. Like the shading on their art is like, what the hell? How did you do this in a mangaka schedule?
Occasionally,
this looks like
you
the
get...
Manji Revengers artist. Is this the same guy?
It might be.
It's one of those things where occasionally you get some real talents. I would like to remind everybody that once again, to bring it back to JoJo, Hirohiko Araki was in the Louvre. And he wrote a short about Rohan in the Louvre.
So fucking weird though, because his early art is kind of rough at times, and I just come from someone who's been reading JoJo since
that's the advantage though of being going on since it came out in the like 70s and 80s is your art style gets to evolve. Like I think genuinely he was just drawing like what the style was at the time. And then, like, slowly was refining his style to be more unique.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't even talk about what Remix did yet. Let me go on this. Dark Warrior Synchro. I think all of their synchros are dark because that's the whole assassination mode thing. Level 5, 1500 attack, 2000 defense. Kewl Tune mix and one or more tuners. Gains 1500 attack while your opponent has a tuner in their field or graveyard.
Okay, they were an assistant under Fire Force, which makes a lot of sense looking at their art. Okay, no, that makes a ton of sense. They were one of Okubo's assistants.
Okay, yeah, no, that tracks. Because it is similar to like, what if Fire Force just had like?
Yeah, no, they literally worked as the assistant for Fire Force.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
Always great to see. Sorry, God, that I know I keep talking about JoJo, but that did remind me, because that is one of the jokes about Rohan, is that he has no assistants, which is very funny because Araki has assistants and like who have gone on to do other stuff. Yeah. Like, you know.
Oh, shout out to Araki, and who's the other one that I'm always like just happy that he is seemingly like, I don't want to say obsessed like a bad thing, but he is like refuses to not promote his assistant's work. It's the dude who did My Hero. So bad with name. Yeah, Horikoshi. No, he is like the biggest advertiser whore for his assistants on Twitter. It's kind of hilarious.
We love that shit.
He's like, hey, my assistant did this thing. It's like, I didn't release that yet. Oops.
I mean, like, genuinely though, that is, if you are a mangaka, that would be the way, like, that's how I would do it. I would be like, hey, these assistants are saving my ass because I am on a fucking 1 week schedule. Like, if they, you know, when they get their own projects or like when they get free time away, I would be like, hey, check this shit out. This person regularly saves my ass week in, week out.
It is just like, look at this thing I'm going to put on my fridge later.
Anyway, Remix, so gains 1500 attack when your opponent has a tuner in their field or graveyard. So probably in their graveyard because they fired off a hand trap. During your opponent's turn, quick effect. You contribute this card. Choose two non-synchro tuners in your graveyard. Add one of them to your hand. Special summon the other. Then immediately after this effect resolves, you can synchro summon one tuner synchro monster. You can use this effect once per turn. So yeah, this just lets you basically reuse their synchro effect after you did it on one turn. You're on like your opponent's turn. You're like, interesting. Tribute Remix. Summon back one. Add the other to my hand. Oh no, there's a tuner in my hand. Let me synchro and send both those monsters to the graveyard as synchro materials. So this is just this. I will say this. Other than the name thing, which I can, you know, get over. I've relapsed on the bit because it's easier to just read the text on the screen as Kewl Tune. But
we've also as
4,000 tangents.
As we've unearthed the lore behind it, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Like I said, I understand that they had to make some changes. I don't think Kewl Tune is the best change, but Dallas, I think, is right in that it is. I feel like this archetype was designed with love by somebody who was in the rave scene 20 years ago.
Like I said, if they didn't commit so hard to the aesthetic and the bit, I would probably be more critical of the name. But they are just going so ham on it that I'm like,
the thing I will say is that this is the kind of...
You managed to swing me around.
This is the kind of control deck I like, where, yeah, like, some of the effects are a little annoying, like RS is kind of a floodgate by, like, changing your low attack point monsters' levels a little bit, but mostly what these guys do is just, they have lots of funny little interactions, and it's about balancing them out. Like, yeah, okay, banish a random card from your extra deck can be kind of painful, but, I mean... 𝔹𝕼𝕂𝔸𝕋 Unicorn is still legal.
It's gonna be bad. Wait till we get the back-to-back.
Yeah. There's a few other things that are out there, but like Remix is just like, hey, summon 2 back, immediately synchro them off so that you then activate their graveyard effects. You know, like I said, the random banish from your graveyard, and that was Clip, right? That was the first one we looked at. Was the banish from so banish from extra deck. That's annoying, but like I said, 𝔹𝕼𝕂𝔸𝕋 Unicorn is still legal at least a 1 of, if not more, in all formats. So like if your opponent wants just to fucking rip your extra deck of 1 card anyway, they can do that. They can just play 𝔹𝕼𝕂𝔸𝕋 Unicorn. So like this is at least random, you know. So like this is the kind of control deck I like because it's lots of little, like, 1-for-1 interactions. Lots of
it's
little...
a very grindy control deck, which I also approve of.
I like to play, like, my best games of Yu-Gi-Oh! Are when I get to, like, do a little board thing, and then I pass it back to my opponent, and they go, okay. And then it's just, like, my opponent says, okay, bet. And we play it out, and just every little moment where I'm just like... No, buddy, that's not going to work. I've got something for that. Oh, I've got one thing for that, too. And it's not just me going like, well, I have 3 Omni Negates, so I'll just stop every single thing you do until you cry. It's like, oh, you've summoned a guy. I can pop that guy. Oh, you've searched a card. I'll stop this.
When it comes to this deck, a lot of these, a lot of these minor floodgate effects are like, oh, that's annoying. But it's not like, oh, if you slam this card on the board, this just ends the game.
And also, they're still removable because to get protection, you have to go all the way to Loudness War, which is a sync 6, and leave it on the board, and then make your other cards. Otherwise, your tuners are all still poppable. It's just a matter of can they be?
It's very reminiscent of Magical Musketeer in a way of this is a resource-based control deck.
Yeah. And Magic Musket's a very fun... it can be
I love Magic Musketeer.
Very reactive, and it can be very weird. Honestly, I think the greatest crime of Fiendsmith is that it made it so every deck jammed a Light Fiend, as opposed to, actually trying to, Because I want to say this. What I think Fiendsmith was trying to do was build a Light Fiend engine that could support decks like Magic Musket. Oh, if you're already playing some Light Fiends, you can do an interest... here's a cool little extra deck package you can include, because Magic Musket has, 2 extra deck monsters after they added a second max, I think. Yeah. You've always been really lean on the extra deck in Musket. The thing that it turned out was that they made it so that any deck that could play any number of Light Fiends can include a Fiendsmith package to go for it.
Yeah.
I will once again whore out Runic Magic Musketeer is hilariously fun. Because all of the Runic cards trigger the Musketeers, and it's just a fun time.
Oh, actually, I've completely forgot to talk about it. Hey, everybody, if you're curious, if you want more content time, more content all the time, MBT did another idiot, moron, stupid ban list tournament.
He broke things
so much. But did he break things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did.
I mean, yes.
He very much did.
God, I'm trying to remember.
There are a couple of decisions that I went, well, what did you think was going to happen?
When has a moron ban list tournament ever gone well?
I think
there are a couple where it's okay, I was objectively right. This was fine. It's just...
I mean, I will say this. It's content, so, it's a thought experiment. The goal is that he removes as many cards as possible, which he even talks about is, it's not a perfect solution because he, had to leave Called By at 1 because it was, we cannot move cards further down. That is antithetical to this experiment. I'm trying to remember who even won. It was really weird. Decks you would expect got about as far, though, because, Tier Limit got to, top 4, I think, before they just bricked. Oops.
As tiers 1 to 2.
Yeah. I think Cash was in the finale. That sucks. That just proves to me that 𝔹𝕼𝕂𝔸𝕋 was a mistake, and these guys need to stay super dead.
Speaking of MBT's content, I I think Loopholes might be my favorite new series because of how much they're playing Yu-Gi-Oh in that series. It's just so good.
No, I'm so glad that after the first episode, because like for the first episode, I just watched Danny posted a clip of his reaction to the video, but I love that they just edited it in now. That's so good because the if you guys haven't watched Loopholes, please watch Loopholes. The first episode is great because Danny's prompt is steal 3 cards. So here's what Joseph MBT Rothschild does. He conspires with Glitchstar's VTuber Leah Asimov to get Danny to hide out and enters his apartment to steal 3 cards from his binder. Danny did not know that MBT was doing this until he sees the footage.
It was the fucking South Park episode where Cartman convinces Butters everyone is dead.
Not only that, for extra context, yes, MBT and Danny live close to each other. They live an hour away from each other, so MBT drove an hour for a bit.
Waited in like the parking garage until he got the secret signal, which like you can see in the stream. Danny is like, oh, there's no way he did it. He's got a fucking kid and a wife. You know, he's a brand new father. There's no way he found an hour up and an hour back. And like just the moment of realization on his face, it's so good.
There's no way he found at like, if we're being generous, 2.5, 3 hours of time to just duck out for a bit.
No. That what we learned is that yes, MBT will find time for the bit. And then all the future episodes have just been more of that. Like Loopholes is the perfect successor to MasterChef because the prompts are simple and there aren't actually any rules. So, like, you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes, and sometimes they do, but also, I just do dumb shit.
Okay,
like go fish.
As an idiot, could I ask for a link to that later?
Yeah. I'll or somebody else can while I'm on stream.
But yeah, no, it's incredible.
I can throw you the original one. So this is the our last of the original wave of synchros here. This is Kewl Tune Track Maker. So this is the track maker. And honestly, being called Track Maker, I think this is actually the guy who produces their music because it's a weird robot.
Yeah, I think that's meant to be the person on Loudness War?
Yeah, yes, Dallas brought that up earlier, and I think that this is meant to be, because this is the stage at the center of Loudness War. So, like, Track Maker is the DJ record producer who makes who makes the tracks. And, like, it's literally a machine. It is a robot, so I do not think this is particularly gender-presenting. It's just a robot with a big puff jacket.
And it's weird inflatable bottom shoes that are rollerblades.
Yeah,
it's got floaty shoes with roller skates in them.
Yeah, like there's like you said, like there's not any gender calipers to this robot. It's just robot. Like it's like the clothing is generic enough. They're wearing shorts, big ass puffer jacket. They've got the
character is voiced by the voice actor for Claptrap, though.
Oh,
like, we can agree on this.
The guy who was abused, or the new one?
Probably the famous one. I don't think Dallas. Dallas, have you played a Borderlands in the past couple of years?
Does it have to be a new Borderlands?
I mean, new to you.
I assume that's the implication.
Yeah,
yes,
no.
No. So no, he's talking about.
But I did play Borderlands 2 like yesterday, so that's why I had to clarify that.
Hello, I am a robot. Here is your
Hello.
track. Kewl Tune Track
Hello,
Maker
party
is
people!
a Light Machine Synchro Tuner 4, 0 attack, 2500 defense, any one Kewl Tune tuner, and one or more other tuners. If this card in the field be used as synchro material, one tuner in your hand can be used as one of the other materials. So, Track Maker helps set up your higher level synchros by also like fitting with your level math. And then you can each of the following effects once per turn. If this card's special summoned, add a Kewl Tune card from your deck to your hand. So this is your Omni Searcher. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, return a card your opponent controls to the hand. Non-targeting, by the way. Non-targeting return. So yeah, no, great little just advantage engine, just a little guy that can go into your higher levels, and obviously while Loudness War doesn't require it, you can use this to make Loudness War with a level 2.
It is appropriate.
There's a whole system here that works out. So yeah, and it's like I said, it's just yet another little control piece, a little advantage engine.
Yeah, I'm much more a fan of like I was being said, like the modern style. Like we're finding out the modern styling of like, okay, like the nuclear floodgates are terrible to play against, but if we turn this, like, I don't want to say like MTG like, but in the way MTG has these handful of more like lower to the ground interaction pieces that I'm trying to find the right words for this because like it's been a moment since I played Magic again, but yeah, like just like a lot of Magic the Gathering like floodgate stacks cards. Well, there are still a bunch of infamous cards that are like, oh, these cards just these, like if you play this card, everyone at the table is going to attack you physically. There are still plenty of cards that go like, oh, okay, that's annoying, but I guess I'll find a way around that.
Yeah, they're like minor stacks pieces. Is
Yeah.
the best way to put it. It's Bobby's first stacks piece.
Yeah. And like I've always said, like I like decks that do these kinds of things, and you know some people get kind of over them about the factors. Like there was a lot of hate to Labyrinth for a while. Labyrinth is basically this same style of deck, but it's about normal traps, you know, rather than tuners is kind of your resource piece. The problem is that there are some not good, like, floodgate-type normal traps in Yu-Gi-Oh! That are imminently searchable, i.e., Dimension Barrier is a real problematic one. All the virus cards can be, like, very, very tricky to use and work with. So, like, the decks like Labyrinth got a bad rep because it's like, oh, well, you know, you can just play D-Barrier, you know, Turbo, and it's like, I mean, yeah, and like because you can search any one normal trap in that deck, I'll play a D-Barrier just in case, but it's not what the deck, like, I don't automatically set D-Barrier, I see if it's relevant, you know, kind of a thing. But there's a handfuls of these little interaction decks. Now, that's not to say that I don't like Bungus Bunglahungus decks. I played some Tenpai. And unfortunately, that is one of the greatest to ever do it. That was one of the targets of MBT's unban, and I think they got to like top 8, like easy peasy. It's just
surprised.
they just lost some bad coin flips and got bullied by going second, basically, or by going first.
As Tempires want to do.
Like that's just like how it is. Like if you can choose to go second in Tenpai and arrange it, you'll win the best of 3. They're you know like just like. Hey, do you have enough interruptions? No, you don't. Draw Chudra. Summon Chudra. You're dead. There's no full art of this I can find, so we're going to do a mock-up that's the card in art, but we're going to talk about the field spell. This is another one they changed a little bit, and I'm not sure why. Maybe there is a brand that's called Juke Joint over here. Or maybe that's just like a little too.
I think Juke Joint is just a kind of like. I mean, it might have been a like phrase that was used way back when. Who the fuck knows?
Oh no, that is like it's
Yeah.
It's black slang, like it's African American slang specifically.
No, I looked it up and I'm.
But it's like
now.
ancient, so like I guess the team
Yeah,
wanted to avoid that. It's
the
like
problem is
so. It's so
the
old school that I don't think they really meant anything by it.
Yeah,
well,
like
the thing about it is like it's hearkening to an era that the rest of the archetype is not.
No, that is
except
true.
for the context that doesn't because like the slang term the way you're using it is like a 70s term. Like juke is like a 70s term.
Yeah, like
term in AAVE.
You know, like music,
but
dancing,
then
etc.
back even before that, the term that most Americans would be more what the fuck? What's word? Word? Why can't word?
I don't know.
Familiar with would be a juke joint from like the 50s, which is also not, I think, what they were going for.
No, I don't think, because like what this is this is literally we talked about I talked about that one boss looking like a thing from like Persona 4. This is literally just a location in P5.
Also,
they added that in Royal, the underground jazz bar. That's just what this is.
I believe the implication of this card is that like Killer Tune is the name of the club. Yeah.
Yes, because it's called
that.
JJ or Juke Joint, Kewl Tune or Killer Tune.
Like you can see the logo from the concept art at the top of the
yeah.
the
They also
jukebox
have the
door.
name logo on top of that jukebox thing. But yeah, so it's a case of like this is meant to be a club, the JJ, which is called Killer Tune. And like I said, this is like, again, literally this is a location in Persona 5 Royal. This is like it's the outside looks like an underground like jazz bar or a rave place, which is what it literally is.
Yes, no, this is a rave club.
I mean, the inside is a rave club, like I said. The down the stairs into the lights and stuff is like that's very much like
I could
that.
hear the
and that's probably why another reason why they decided to change it from Juke Joint, because I think you are correct, Dallas, that Juke Joint doesn't like. I think it is fairly neutral in 26, but I think that if it was actually like an underground jazz club, that would make more sense. That doesn't fit a like rave place.
Juke Joint is hearkening to either 70s disco or 50s jazz, not 80s through
which,
2000s
to be
rave.
fair, the Japanese people love those things.
No, I'm not saying, like, that's why I think it was not done out of maliciousness, done with a borderline obsession of like those musical periods.
No, they fucking love jazz over there. Once again, hey, JoJo reference. JoJo reference spotted. Don't forget, Jotaro's dad's a Japanese jazz musician.
Is he like a saxophone player or something?
I think so. I don't remember if they said exactly. I think it is saxophone, yeah. But he is
I
explicitly
feel like
he's part of a jazz
like...
band that tours, which is why you literally never see him.
Yes.
He is never perceived because he is a touring musical
He is
artist.
actually the only male Joestar that you never see.
Well, no, he isn't a Joestar though, technically.
Yes, that's kind of the point, because it's his mother. His mother Holly is of the Joestar lineage. Anyway, this is the field spell. Here's what the field spell does. You can normal summon a tuner during your main phase each turn in addition to your normal summoner set. Just normal summon 2 tuners. Which does make almost all of your guys have a normal summon effect. It's either normal or special for most of them, but still, you have an on-summon effect. Each Kewl Tune loudness where you control gains 3,300 attack while your opponent has a tuner in their field or graveyard. So just, fuck you, I'm big now. And then lastly, you contribute 1 tuner, add to your hand or special summon a Kewl Tune monster from your deck, but you can't special summon for the rest of this turn except tuners.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, tribute a tuner, special summon from your deck a Kewl Tune, or add it to your hand if you don't need it on the field. It makes your loudness war huge, and you get 2 normal summons. Again, it's one of those field spells that does everything, but it's the field spell that does everything.
Yep.
Like, not in the sense that if your opponent, like, pops it with MST, you die kind of a thing, but definitely in the way that, like...
No, it just makes the deck smoother all around.
Yeah, it's the, big consistency card that if Kewl Tune ever starts getting a shitload of tops, is like, okay, we're going to limit it to 1. You don't need this consistency piece, kind of a thing. Like, that does happen sometimes. All right, let me see if I can get our next one, because we're going to look at the trap card playlist and see if I can get a full art. Mostly just because it's a really cool-looking card.
I'm confusing the shit out of my opponent, aren't I? Sorry, I'm playing Magic right now. I'm taking like a 30-minute turn, and my opponent's just like, probably like, what the fuck is he doing?
What is he planning?
So this is Killer Tune or Kewl Tune playlist. This is their normal trap. It's just a pile of records.
Yep.
But it looks very cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, very Kewl.
Cute.
I know. I still get to say it that way because of how silly it is. It's a little.
Oh, fuck you!
What happened, Dallas?
Sorry, they just authorized me. I was just like, oh, god damn it.
Let me look what that
Well,
I recognize that card, but
return all attacking creatures to your hand.
Ooh, you're playing a blue player.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Oh my
playing
god,
a
it's
rainbow
Storming Mirror
player.
Force.
Yeah, basically.
You got Storming Mirror Force.
Yeah,
wish.
that's
Could
what
be
it
right.
sounds like.
Which is even worse than Magic when there's no monster limit. It's just, oh, I have 20 cards in my hand now.
Rip.
Yeah,
Playlist is
card free at the
a
end of turn.
playlist is a normal trap that says target a Kewl Tune monster in your field or graveyard. Apply these effects in sequence. After this card resolves, you can't special summon except tuners. Apply that card's effect that activates when it's sent to the graveyard as synchro material. Return that card to the hand. Also, you can activate up to 2 Kewl Tune playlists per turn. Because there's an A side and a B side, baby.
Yep.
No, this is by the way, great archetype trap. Just target a killer tune, a Kewl Tune in your graveyard, and then in sequence apply its synchro effect, and then return it to your hand. That's great. And you get 2. So no, like it's really good, and like genuinely, the tuner lock is really that does a lot for this deck to lock you to tuners. Like it seriously controls the amount of things you can do in this deck
your
that aren't
bullshit.
crazy. Yeah, like I think the best alternate engine for you to play in this are like Monadium, because those are also like tuners.
Or Synchrons.
You can put some Synchrons in there, and there's a few different ones I see in like on a recommended list. Like you can play like a punk package with like Foxy Tune. You can play some junks. There's that one spirit monster that's also a tuner, I believe. I think she's a tuner. Oh no, she's just an extra summon. That's 𝔹𝔼𝕂𝔼𝕂 is just the you can reveal her and normal summon her as an extra to get a non-tuner on board. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Red Nova is the actually, yeah, I should talk about that. Red Nova is a card that's kind of like an honorary killer tune. Red Nova is a Fire Fairy level 1 tuner that says if a level 8 or higher dragon synchro monster in the field, you can special summon it from your hand. But also, if this card's sent to the graveyard for the synchro summon that uses 2 or more tuners, special summon a Fire Fiend from your deck in defense position. So just
why does this look like a rejected Fortune Fairy?
Well, it's because it's a Jack
the
Atlas card, so it
pieces-
is, I think, a rejected Fortune Fairy.
Yeah, it is a Fortune Fairy.
So it's literally just Jack Atlas's Carly card.
It has red in the
Yeah.
name. Of course, it's a Jack
Yeah,
Atlas card.
it's
That
basically
means nothing. I lost. That
it's-
means nothing.
well, it's got red in its name, and then it says level 8 or higher dragon synchro. So yeah, it's a red dragon card. But no, this is I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Jack Atlas's answer to Effect Veiler, but also yeah, it's a Fortune Fairy because it's Jack Atlas. But this is like the tech piece tuner you play because it's got like 0/0. It's a level 1 tuner. You summon it from deck off of your various methods, and then if it's sent, because all of your synchro summons use 2 tuners, you just get to summon out Rekko from your deck. Because that's a level 3 Fire Fiend. Or one Fire Fiend you've got. Or you can play a Resonator package. There's all kinds of shit. So that was a monster card I should have included. But we have one more Spell Trap, and then we get to talk about their extra support, because there are 3 whole new cards in Blazing Dominion for the Kewl Tunes.
Which is Kewl Tune Synchro, which is some rad fucking art now that I'm looking at it. Holy crap.
No, yeah. This is the one Spell Trap that somebody on DeviantArt like blew up, and I can tell why, because it's
Oh, yeah, no, it's fucking...
It looks sick.
Rico / Red Seal hitting a sick album cover.
That is an album cover. What the fuck?
This is 100% an album cover for Trackmaker. Like,
Yeah. Why can I hear Evanescence playing in the background?
No, I'm not gonna try.
I can't get that high anymore. I can't get that high. No, I'm not.
So this is
Bring me
a
back to-
quick play spell card that says, first of all, add a Kewl Tune card from your deck to your hand, except Synchro. Then immediately after this effect resolves, Synchro summon a Tuner Synchro monster. You can't special summon for the rest of the turn except Tuners. You can activate 2 Kewl Tune Synchro per turn. Just crazy good advantage, and also I do like that both this and the Trap card give you a way to do the Synchro summoning on your opponent's turn. It's just, like, let you do some stuff. And it's great. It's also optional, so you can just use this as your Searcher starter. Like, you probably still play 3 of this in the deck, so you can just use it to search, and then you can either use it to search again or you and Synchro, because you get to do this twice per turn.
I mean, yeah, it's a quick play too, so like fuck it. Like you just do whatever they feel like.
Yeah, I know. It's
What
just
the fuck you want?
a great little bit. So I think, is it Rotary is the monster?
Rotary is the new monster, and then our last 2 are back to back, and Crackle, which is the one that is the definitely shows clip as a girl.
Yeah.
Let me get to that.
So I don't think is.
It's interesting to say, like, when
Okay, so
Rotary
Blazing
comes
Dominion
up,
is out.
we've somehow we've reeled it in for this design, but there is still a lot, like, there's a lot happening, but it does feel like we've reeled it in compared to the rest of them.
Well, she is going for a different aesthetic.
Fair enough.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure I'm not reading this wrong. Like, this is goth punk.
Yeah, this is
almost
much
definitely
more
like the way
in
she's-
like the EGL zone.
Yeah,
huge
this is
Rotary.
like.
Oh my
Oh
god!
no, yeah, this is definitely
it's,
goth punk.
It's Lorelei and Lolita. It's
Yeah.
it's an anagram for Lolita.
It's a pun.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
fuck off.
Because it's her name is Rotary.
Which like the phonetics can be reorganized for Lolita.
Yeah, it's
The fashion styling, not the other thing, chat.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Just so we're very clear.
Yes. There is a reason why usually people in English-speaking communities use the abbreviation EGL.
Yeah, I really wish they had chosen a different book to base that fashion style off of.
We don't gotta talk about the book.
That's
I mean, it's
okay,
a very
people
good book. It's a very good book. It's not
It's
the
an
book's
important-
fault that half of
it's
the
an
people
important
that read
piece
it
Yes,
misinterpret the book.
I was about to say,
I go,
it's an important
this
piece
is a
of
romance
literature.
story.
Most people failed media literacy. Anyway, no.
Yeah, no.
Rotary is EGL for sure.
It's a horror novel. It's not a romance novel.
She's got a big brimmed puffy hat, huge sleeves, got like a studded like belt.
Which
That's
is
a
like
corset. That's a
Yeah,
corset.
like-
I could
Studded
totally see
corset.
her doing a fucking Jiangxi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sorry.
Also-
So it's an underbust corset that has a strip that runs up to her neckline.
So the one on her arm also, I'm pretty sure, is like a harness that she can like
Yeah, no.
wrap around her.
The black one is a like zipped up harness. The white one I think is just a huge sleeve, but it might just be tied on
just a-
also.
Also, she has
puppy sleeve.
rotary. She has rotary dials in her hand,
is-
which is hilarious.
Yeah, because
It's on her hand, and I think it's meant to be the nodules like on her
Yeah, the
hats,
volume.
like accessories.
Yeah, because that's what she's
Yeah, the volume
that's what
knob.
officially she's named after is the rotary volume knob.
But we've
she's got,
done
like, the frilly
we've done a
dress
double
skirt.
thing because KP loves that shit.
Yeah,
But
Honestly, it's funny
in
that
this case, I approve of it because this is not forced at all.
Yes, I approve.
it's very funny also though that like because the others haven't done that, but no. And honestly, like it's so weird that like because she's in a more probably a little more style that people can be familiar with for like certain subcultures in Japan. Her outfit is almost the most like subdued and normal.
Yeah,
even with the giant sleeves, she's got asymmetric where she's got like a stocking on one leg and not on the other.
Still think
her shoes are pretty normal.
I think Q is still probably the most normal. Like, yeah, she's wearing cellophane.
You missed running down Q's design. You're incorrect. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but Q's still a little weird because like she's got like a transparent dress over a leotard, but also it's not like a raincoat because she's got detached sleeves.
I have seen this exact outfit at raves.
We're also pretty sure it's meant to be translucent glass because her hat
Those
also
people
like
are
the
crazy.
same fabric, but it's a light bulb.
Also, I would like to reiterate, her hat is designed so that she has her 𝔹𝕀℉𝔾, which is heart-shaped, under the hat bulb.
At a rave, everyone is drunk or horny or on drugs, or all three.
That is why.
That's why I don't go to those.
And also her pigtails shoot out of her hat.
Yeah.
I just love that dichotomy. I say, that's why I don't go, and Omega's like, that's why you do go.
I mean, yeah, that's why you would go to a rave, but then obviously you say, well, that's why I don't go, and it's like, yeah, no shit. We have concept art for her, so you can see fully she's got a lot of extra detail in her eyes.
She has a dash line on her eye I kind of fuck with.
Yeah. Also, note she has her
volume ticker on her eye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also
note that not only are they different, like outer colors, also her beauty marks are asymmetrical. She has one under one eye and two under another eye. You can see she's got a spooky phase, obviously.
Well, yeah.
That's her assassination mode or whatever. Also, you can see more circle dials around her.
Yes. You can see her with the crew.
God, Cliff is going to murder someone.
She does not belong in this group, but she is.
Yeah, she's
at least accepting it exists.
No, I think her and Recro vibe.
I mean, here's
guys, you know what this is?
Good.
It's the introvert amongst all the extroverts.
Oh, you're probably right, actually.
Yeah,
I mean, here's the thing. This is being designed in Japan. This is the classic idol group or girl group makeup, right? Like they're not literally idols because they're doing a different style of music, I think, because they are more like DJ punk. But it's the
preppy
classic
leader, the quiet one, the shy one, the feral gremlin.
Hey, chat. Have you ever looked at a generation of HoloLive?
Yeah, no.
This is what they're like. This is the kind of thing they do when they composite these things. You know, you've got a leader.
I assume
you've
Mix
got
is like the mature one, or is that Recro? I can't tell. Mix is not.
Recco's kind of neutral. Mix is like. Mix seemed like she's kind of like happy-go-lucky, but in a different way than Q is. I don't want to say that Q is the airheaded one, but she is taking a selfie, and she does have a translucent hat. Obviously, Rotary is, the shy goth one. Q is the small angry one.
I'm looking hard. I'm looking more at Rotary's face. I think there's meant to be a little sweat drop, with the she's very confused on what's happening. I think is what's going on.
Let me scooch him up a little. I can't read Japanese, obviously, so I can't see. Yeah,
Mix is in the background. I'm here. Clip is just unhinged. She's just screaming.
In the other concept art, Clip was eating one of Recco's hair bones.
Yeah, just for no reason, the smaller hair bone Clip was just floating in the air, biting it.
Clip is, hey, we found this scrumbly thing in the garbage. We're gonna keep it.
Clip is the same as the rules of Lalafels. It's the small. Clip is smaller, so the amount of angry inside her is more concentrated. There's less other things to balance it out.
As a Lalafell, I approve of this.
Yeah, no.
But I will rotate back and talk about her dials. She's got.
I love the designs here. It is one that with this concept art and even just in the card art, this is an archetype that was very obviously there's a little bit of marketing here, but it's also a lot of care and attention to detail was
again, this is
to the point of at some points overboard. They went, we're gonna put all the detail.
this is why we say that Konami should credit their artists, because like genuinely whoever did do this legitimately this person could have a future career doing like corpo VTuber designs. Like they are doing very well delineated character designs. Like this is the kind of shit that, like, you know, gotcha artists get hired.
Yeah, this is peak character.
Chat brought up a great thing before we moved on to Rotary, but because Kewl Tune Synchro has Synchro in its name, it's a Synchro spell card, so you could search it with Duelist Genesis.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes.
That is very clearly intentional, by the way. Like, there's no way that they called it.
I do love the universal reaction of that.
Of just like, ugh.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is such a weird card game.
So, Rotary is, funnily enough, a light Cybers tuner, level 1. She is our level 1 tuner to add to the team. 100 attack.
Well, she's probably the newest member.
Mm-hmm. Also, I do like that 800 because, remember how I said that there were cards that you could special summon if you control the monster with 800 attack or defense on the field? There you go.
Yeah. Also, the 100 attack.
Was that? That was 𝔹𝔼𝕶𝕋. That's right. 𝔹𝔼𝕶𝕋 is a spirit that says if you control a monster with 800 attack or defense, you can reveal it and instantly normal summon her. She's a level 4 non-tuner, so like that's just a free normal of a spirit monster you can use as synchro material as just like an extra extender. Like again, this deck is very carefully designed. It's very tuned by Konami. But her effect is, obviously, on the field, you can use another tune in your hand as materials, which is great, and then you can use each of the following effects once per turn. First of all, reveal this card and one other tuner in your hand. After this effect resolves, normal summon a tuner. That's right, kids. This deck actually has 4 normal summons. Why do I say 4? Because of 𝔹𝔼𝕶𝕋. Literally, you can normal summon 4 times in this deck. Because you can only gain the benefit of the field spell once per turn, but this doesn't say that, so... You can normal summon as many times as you like, chat. And then, if this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, activate one of these effects. Place 1 card from your opponent's graveyard on the bottom of the deck, or look at your opponent's hand, then add a Kewl Tune spell trap from your deck to your hand. You don't do anything with their hand, but you look at their hand.
You know what my favorite Kewl Tune, like, weird interaction card is? Because I'm just looking at this, Earthbound Prisoner Stone Sweeper.
Yeah, Stone Sweeper's a level 6 tuner, right?
Not just that. It's a level 5 not tuner, but it's one of its effect is you can discard this card, add 1 level 3 or lower Fiend tuner from deck to hand.
That's right. That's right. That's so good. That's such a good guy. Because he's a discard. Talking about something Axe brought up earlier when we were talking about the Pumpkin cards. You know... Shout out to you, X, when you're watching the VOD later. But, high-level decks that let you do things with bricks in hand. Very important. So, yeah, Stone Sweeper just lets you search. Search Reco, yeah. No, it's great. We love it. You love to see it. You love to see it for just all the goofy-ass stuff.
You can also play Foxy Tune in the deck if you're feeling frisky.
Oh, no, I think, like, if you want to do, like, a punk package, that absolutely works. Honestly, knowing Konami, wouldn't be shocked based on their aesthetics if the punks and the Kewl Tunes exist in the same world. Like, that could work.
Rival raid.
It would just be different, no,
the Kewl Tunes would hate the punks would hate the Kewl Tunes because they're not sophisticated.
I don't know. I don't know if all of them would, but they do reference like the actual like whatchamacallit, like art styles. All right, so we'll do back-to-back last because, well, that's alphabetically first. That is their biggestest.
Yeah, it is definitely meant to be like their proper boss monster now.
Next is Kura.
The Crackler. All right.
The Scrungler.
Well, not anymore.
No, she's still scrungly. Less scrungly, but scrungly.
All right. So here is Crackle. And yes, this is clearly meant to be clip, but going
Still has
even more
the, like,
hardcore.
The big like speaker clip
Fucking
things on
bear
her arm.
trap.
Yeah. She's wearing a bear
Has
trap
a
for
bear
a necklace.
trap like necklace thing.
Yeah. No, this is clearly like
But
she
you
didn't
can clearly
need a
see what I was
rage
talking
mode.
about. Like, this is the dress I think she's wearing under her hoodie that you just can't see.
Yeah.
She's got big stompy punk boots.
I will say, I understand they wanted to do the onomatopoeia because they love that. There was such a better name for this that I really wish they'd gone with. Maybe they're waiting to use it for a different card, but
Which one are you thinking?
Kewl Tune, Killer Tune Distortion would be so good.
That could be like a spell card, but maybe they'll do that as a bigger one because like it's. Because let's see. No, that's definitely because of the circle here. That's in back to back. That's Recco. They're doing a duet.
There's Recco and Q.
Yeah. Back to back is Recco and Q, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's
it's like
Recco
they're
and Q.
doing it. They're clearly doing a duet. So let's see.
Or well, it's
That-
it's RS and Q synchroform that we don't like the two we're missing is Q specific like synchro form, but like we know what it looks like at least, and Rotary synchro form.
That's what I was gonna say because we've got Red Seal is Recco, Remix is Mix, and now Crackle is Clip. So inevitably, this deck should get 2 more synchros at least, which is the upgraded form of Q, which we have a design for, like you said. And then
Maybe Distortion
Rotary.
could be Distortion could be the duet between Mix and Clip.
Well,
that's another thing that I do like is the idea that they can do duet combos as different synchros.
Is it bad that I hear, what was it, Crackle? Or my first thought is, yes, where's Snap, Crackle, or Pop?
What
No,
about
not
Synchro
entirely.
Crackle? Crackle
You can't
is
say
a
that,
level
Omega.
5. We're not on Twitch. I can't say Synchro Crackle. Crackle is a level 5 Doc Thunder Synchro Tuner, which is also how you know it's supposed to be Clip, because Clip is a Thunder. I do think the knowing its assassination form does explain why they're all darks when they're synchroed up. That makes sense. 800 attack, 2000 defense, Clip, and 1 or more tuners. If this card is synchro summoned, look at your opponent's extra deck, and if you do, banish a face-up card from it until the end phase. Then you can make this card gain attack equal to the banished monsters. So this is a specific extra deck rip, but it's only until the end phase. So you know you can't do that. Also, by the way, that attack gain is permanent. The banishment is temporary. The attack gain is permanent.
And it is potentially hilarious because there are some synchro and link monsters with ridiculous attack numbers on them.
If this card, if the synchro summon card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card. Then look at your opponent's extra deck if you do banish 2 face-up cards until the end phase. So, each effect is once per turn. So, Crackle's a great addition to the deck because it gives you more control options. It's temporary, not permanent, so you only, like, your opponent only has to have it be off for a turn. So, it's like a card you want to make on your opponent's turn and interrupt their plays. But it does punish your opponent for removing it.
Yeah, like if you remove this part, if you remove this girl on your opponent's, if your opponent removes this opponent,
You got it. You can say it.
Breathe.
When your opponent pops Crackle on their turn, I don't know why it was so hard to say. You basically get a chance to like look at the board and go, oh, what are you gonna make though? Like what else are you gonna like extend to later? Let's just get rid of those 2 options.
Or just, and this is just my brain thinking from playing too much Magical Musket. You can set up to, because it is just on pop. It's not on opponent pop.
Well, yeah.
Well, also it's not even pop. It's sent to graveyard. So just if you find a way to synchro this away. If you just find a way to synchro this away, or you link it off into a different card, you get a 2 rip.
So cool.
You can just quick synchro this too, because that's just how the deck works. Oh wow,
No, you can synchro this. If you have the numbers for it, you synchro it away, and then you just get to rip 2 more, like as a quick synchro. Like if you
this deck was built
you literally set the quick play spell card called Synchro, flip it up on your opponent's turn, and go, I'm gonna add a Kewl Tune card to my hand. And now I shall synchro summon, and you just go off.
So you can do it the moment your opponent's like about to set up their board for their like to go into their combos, you can just go synchro. Oh yeah, I don't want you to link into that or combo up to that. We're just gonna get rid of those two pieces that you can't like play a combo into.
Yeah, no, like it's
this is badass. This deck is so my speed.
Like honestly, like I
And
said,
by
this
that
is
I
why
mean
we
it's
do
an
this.
actual
Like
control deck.
Yes, no, I said I looking at this closer, I'm like, actually, I get why people were excited for this deck. Like I mostly just saw the thing, you know, with the double synchroing and went, okay, that's neat. And then, you know, you see it and you know that some of the effects do stuff. But like seeing it with their additional support coming, which will probably, when they port it to Master Duel in 6 to 8 months, because Master Duel is slow ass. They literally only do one set a month. And so they usually only introduce like a couple archetypes a month, and almost always they never do 2 meta archetypes at once. Not that necessarily this is meta, but it's
always be off.
It's stronger than Heck of Hands.
Spoiler for these types of decks. These types of decks, especially in Yu-Gi-Oh, will always be off meta because certain decks will not tech for this, and you can abuse that.
Yeah, no, it's kind of funny that like this kind of harkens back to like the pumpkin stuff we started with, where like that zombie stuff I don't think is like gonna be anywhere near like tiered or anything, but just by the nature of zombie as a super type, that is a very interesting little extra like mechanical package to slot into zombie decks to do something with. I don't know what you could do, like I don't know to what extent, because I don't know all the like major zombie plays as of like the last year or so. Like I don't know everything, but there's definitely a lot of like there's a lot of like wiggle room with just how zombies work and how like depending on like the person who builds the deck, it's kind of like it's kind of like Plant Link, how we could very easily end up with the was it Jen in the UK who was
yes.
like the Sun Avalon one trick of like the second coming of Christ. Like we could totally end up with that we could totally end up with something like that for like the zombie decks.
Now, believe it or not, I couldn't find a good clean up-res of back-to-back just the card art on the internet, despite the fact that several people appear to have incorporated into their YouTube thumbnails. Apparently nobody posted publicly the asset they used for that, so they just blew it up. So my choices were either use a very tiny cut in from like a 200 by 200 from YG Organization, or rip the full, like it's still like scanlated basically, but rip the full card art. So we're going for the full card art.
I was trying to find a good showcase of back-to-back when I first saw, because I was trying to make sense of like the design aspects being different, but yeah, like there's just not really a good.
So this is Reko, but it's a different fit. She's got a different outfit. She has a hammer scythe thing.
I don't believe this is her in her RS form. I don't think it is, at least.
No, but she's still got a giant
she has
weapon,
the gas
so she's
mask,
like killing.
So like it's somewhere between like it's like, because like the outfit is definitely like similar to RS than Reko, but like you could also
it's
see
still
like
a completely, because
she's
got another like halter top. She's got her jacket off but tied. She's wearing a different skirt now because it's got those like Dayglow orange translucent cutouts, which is a really like great color look for her. She's got one of her hair thingies unraveled.
Yeah, like the hammer she's holding, I think, is just the record needle with the needles like not out.
Oh, it's supposed to be her like holding the other end of it, like without the needles. And this is our first look at what Q's assassin form is, which is her hat got even bigger. I didn't realize that that Q was Nonon from Kill la Kill, the band council member.
Also, I don't like her expression feels crazy.
Oh yeah.
So
No,
we've learned what Q's role in the team is that she's the she looks sweet, but she's actually a fucking psycho.
I'm sweet but a psycho.
Which means that Mix is the normal one of the team. She's the normal girl.
I think Reko's the normal one.
I think Rekko's like the leader, so I think she's like the in charge one.
Oh, okay.
It looks like Q's pigtails have like wrapped around the hat on the sides.
Yes, she wrapped them around the hat.
Down.
She's ditched the sleeves, and now her dress is longer. She's still wearing the like one piece under it. It looks like
microphone daggers.
Yes, and she has giant throwing daggers that have microphones.
With the microphone daggers.
No, it's pretty cool. They're also they also provide the structure to her dress.
Yeah.
No, it's great. So, Kewl Tune back to back is a Dark Fiend Synchro Tuner level 10. That's right. This is a level 10 Synchro Tuner. Fuck you. So you can summon it, by the way.
I do want to say before we get too deep in, I don't know if it's just me. The silhouette of Q feels wrong, right? It
yeah, I don't know if that's the art blowing up or what, but
a little too much or something.
The where she's standing is a little weird. I think part of it is also because there's like a weird thing coming off like her dress or her legging. I think the person on like DeviantArt who like scanned this and cloned it may have like drawn it a little weird, because I don't know where her foot is actually. Like I think the artist lost track. I should say the like person who enhanced this lost track of where her foot is.
Yeah, that strip is still on the artwork, so it may just be like the weird plastic, like the weird like plastic fabric is like meant to be refracting.
This is a card
something.
that will probably make much more sense when it gets added to Master Duel, because there's no fucking way this doesn't have a summon animation.
Oh yeah, this is gonna summon animation, and like it's gonna make a lot more sense when we see it like I have a little motion.
Yeah, like, but there is you are right that I did think that there is something about she is doing not a full like comics cover boobs and butt pose, but she like the way her body is positioned so that she can have her knife out, her other hand showing with the glove, like to show her bundle of knives, and then also like show off the dress is like her hips versus her spine are cocked a little weird, as opposed to like Rekko is just standing in a pretty normal like stretching pose.
Yeah,
I don't know what her feet like. They're.
Casual.
I guess it would make. Also, our problem is I don't know where the floor is, because there's like speed lines, like it's raining, but I think they're standing on like the stage at the JJ Club.
Yeah,
but the floor
you can
is
see with
just
Rekko,
kind of void.
Like Rekko's front foot is definitely going down like past where the artwork stops. So.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a perspective thing, like Rekko's meant to be like Rekko is in front looking at perspective, but like her hammer is like also right behind Q's hat.
Yeah, I mean this is definitely they are probably striking a very awkward pose. This is a moment in a dance number that you strike just for the photo, but it is the perspective is a little weird. Like you said, like I'm not. Again, it's one of those things that like it's gonna make more sense once there's an actual like scan in Master Duel, and also again, this probably is gonna have a summon animation.
Oh yeah.
So this, like I said, this is a level 10 Dark Fiend Synchro Tuner, so you can summon it when you're tuner locked, which is very funny that it's level 10. 3,200 attack, 0 defense, 1 tuner, 1+ synchro monsters. So any synchro monsters work, which means synchro tuners also count without needing to necessarily fuck up your math. Also, it is a level 10, so this is the thing of like you get your 2 level 5s and you quick synchro on your opponent's turn. That sends Crackle to grave, and you get back to back. Back to back, like we said, is a little. Yeah. So yeah. First of all, back-to-back is a little bit more of the floodgate because its levels of monsters your opponent controls are increased by 2, period. But also, this is their big chungus. Like, you have to... This is a 10 synchro in a deck of monsters that are no higher than level 3. You got to do a little bit of work to get here. It's not impossible, but you got to climb.
The easiest way to make this is RS plus Remix, which means, like, you've got to go through at least four monsters to synchro them, and which both of them having to I guess it makes sense both of them having to be Rekko and Q being the 3s, like you have to go into your
and
2.
Hey, guess what? If you don't also make the level 6 loudness war, your opponent can just pop this or imperm it. Like it's targetable and destructible, as far as I can tell. Yeah, no, I don't see any protection on this monster. It does say your tuners can make a second attack during each battle phase, so this is another... Not that you need necessarily a big win con, because you have several ways to increase your attack stats a lot, but it is nice to reward, like, actually giving you the opportunity to push for lethal in a big way. Like, this is a thing I've been playing mostly pure Yummy and Master Duel. That's another thing that, like, the one Yummy field spell does of, like, each of your Yummies gain 500 for each light tuner on your field. Like, yeah, that's just you... so many times my opponent goes first, doesn't do anything, like they either bricked or they had like one starter that I like impermed or something, and just you go into that field spell, you summon 5 Yummies, you don't even need to summon 5, you can summon 4, they're dead, kind of a thing. Like, having a little bit of push for game in a deck that's mostly small is good. Yeah. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, target a tuner that's in your graveyard or banishment, except a level 10, add it to your hand or special summon it, then immediately synchro a monster. You can only use this effect once per turn. So yes, like Vesper said, this fetches back from banishment or graveyard, and then if it's a Kewl Tune, you can immediately synchro them away to trigger their synchro effects on your opponent's turn as well, if you want.
And is loud? Is it only? And yeah, like you'll bring back one of them, and just the way Kewl Tunes are, like you synchro with the guy in hand. So
yeah.
Like, in theory, this deck plays fast and loose enough to where, like, it shouldn't be impossible to get to back in, like, turn 1 if you have, like the perfect hand.
Yeah.
But I guess it also, it just kind of comes down to, like, I mean, obviously, you're playing a hand trap suite, like, you're playing the zombie girls in this deck, just because, like we said before, they're all tuners, so... Worst case scenario, you get, like, your 𝔹𝕶𝕸𝕁-ass hand of Ashes actually works in this deck.
Yeah, no, that's like that's the other reason why I'm like, I think I need to play this deck, because it's a deck I'll fill with Ghost Girls, assuming that, like, Ash isn't at 0 in Master Duel by then, which hopefully not.
Why would they ban Ash?
The OCG has put Ash down to, like, 2. I've talked about this before with you, Dallas. The ethos that people seem to be catching on to is that Ash going first is very punishing if your opponent's playing 𝕊𝕆𝕄𝔼, because those are generally considered a much more fair style than Max C. And
I'm gonna say this again. I've said it before. Man, Yu-Gi-Oh players are babies.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, it's not necessarily Yu-Gi-Oh players. This seems to be the direction that like Konami is thinking. The TCG hasn't gone along with it yet, so we'll see. I personally am against it because, yes, I understand we want to make going second better. First of all, you can just draw 2 𝕊𝕆𝕄𝔼. Stupid head. Idiot. You can activate up to 2 per turn. Draw 2, dumbass. That's my first response. My second response is... I know, I just said draw better, but it is what it is. My second response also is, you guys can ban Ash when you give me another card that does everything else that Ash does. Ash, I personally find to be a really important piece of interaction going second still, because Ash Blossom is chainable to so many things. Summon from deck, add to hand, send from deck to graveyard. Like, Ash stops a lot of things that can be very annoying, which, guess what? 𝕊𝕆𝕄𝔼s don't do jack shit against. Like... there are non-𝕊𝕆𝕄𝔼-able things that Ash Blossom stops. So, like, I get that we want 𝕊𝕆𝕄𝔼s to resolve, and I agree with this. Also, I need a card that does the stuff that Ash does, though, because Ash is Ash is playable because of all the weird, funny interactions it stops. You know? So, like, that's my personal opinion.
I just am always of the opinion that, like, just learn to deal with, like, punishing effects. It's the same. Like, I think the worst example is how Yu-Gi-Oh players feel about, like, cards that banish from library or extra deck. I'm just like, get over it.
I mean, I'll say this. I think targeted permanent banishes, like Catch Your Unicorn, that's really annoying, because depending on your deck composition, which you... I'm going to say this, and Dallas is going to think it's a little weird, but let me finish my thought here. You don't always control your extra deck composition, in the sense that sometimes Konami just says you have to play certain extra deck monsters to get to other extra deck monsters. So a targeted rip 1 that you can't necessarily do anything about can, like, turn off your entire deck frame 1. Not every deck is going to be like that, but it is annoying for certain decks to have to deal with that. That's why I think that, like, the way that they did with Kewl Tune, where you choose which ones you banish is only till the end phase, so it doesn't turn your deck off forever. You don't have to auto-scoop. And the one that is a permanent banish is random, so you don't get to pick. It could be that you banished their one of important tech piece, or it could be that you got like their relinquished anima they play as like a one-off if it works kind of a thing. Like, I think that like it's the same way that like the game is very careful about looking at your opponent's hand and ripping a card. That's why most hand rip effects are either random or you don't get to look at your opponent's hand cards don't also rip. Yu-Gi-Oh's getting a little more adventurous with looking at your opponent's hand. There's a couple of cards, like there was that one Kewl Tune that does it. There is a K9 card that does it. You know, like there's a couple of things that let you just scope out your opponent's hand and see.
That's the main thing. Just like I never know what the line is with Yu-Gi-Oh players because I feel like they're so shy about certain areas, but then other areas that I would expect them to be like way like.
Yu-Gi-Oh is a little bit of a...
How are you so okay with floodgates?
As we've kind of come to the end, Yu-Gi-Oh is, I will say, Yu-Gi-Oh I think philosophically is in a little weird space. I made this crack earlier kind of casually when we walked past it, but we were talking about, like you said, the difference between competitive and casual play Yu-Gi-Oh. I kind of quietly said before we moved on. Actually, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are casual or are non-players. Like, YCSs can get pretty big, but the amount of people who seriously play competitive events modern is a lot smaller than you'd think, and I think a decent number of them are content creators, so like we know what they're doing. That's why deck lists get homogenized, because casual players who are less good at deck building will just lift a meta list and not like figure out how it works, kind of a thing.
As someone who's playing like fairly competitively consistently for a while, like, God, I'm gonna feel old, like circa like close to a decade back now, like Secret Forces, like Panera. I went to a few ICSs, and like the moment you lose one game and you're like in the kind of like X1 brackets, you'll still run into like some competitive guys, but you'll also run into like, oh, here's just some 𝔹𝔼𝕂 player in 2017 just showing up.
Like,
because they really like
I think that like the majority of Yu-Gi-Oh events in both TCG and OCG are locals, and your ability to play in a locals is a lot looser than people trying to sell you cardboard on the internet act. Like, you can get away with a lot of rogue shit at your locals or even at a regional. And some guys are just, they're one tricks, and you got, I fear not the man who has practiced 1,000 decks, but who has practiced one deck 1,000 times.
I mean, hey, look, if we're gonna talk about random one tricks topping local events, I'm always going to bring up the Celtic Guardian, like the Celtic Guardian tribal deck that top local. They were like, what the fuck? And then it was like, oh, it was like 10 people. That's why.
Yeah, no, but like you can get away with a lot of shit at the local level, and again, even at the regional level. That's why some people are like, oh, regional tops don't count. So like, Yu-Gi-Oh players are actually on paper a majority casual. The problem is that the conversation about Yu-Gi-Oh is also, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh is okay. I'm gonna bring up an internet story which some of you may have forgotten, but people watching this video, people in the panel, y'all remember that Marvel Rivals story about that team that arranged for their own guy to get kicked off in the middle of a $40,000 tournament? He was taking it seriously.
Who's like,
that drama is still
I'm trying to win the money. Everyone's like, don't harsh the vibe, man.
Yeah, so like 4 out of the 5 players were playing like at a harsh the vibe level. And you know, and they're like that.
I think the other 4 people were also all streamers, so like they were just in here to just sort of.
God,
I don't want to say ride the wave, but like Rivals is a very popular game. And, like,
they were. I'll say it this way, you know, we can't say this. Maybe not ride the wave, but they had alternative revenue streams. They didn't necessarily care if they won if they got a lot of views and like Twitch subs out of it. Whereas the guy who did get kicked was very seriously, but also he got really leveled. But you saw a lot of responses, which is like, people playing for a $40,000 tournament. Hey man, don't harsh the vibes. Fighting game players playing for literally nothing in a back room. Most intense shit you've ever seen. Yeah, no. Yu-Gi-Oh is the reverse of that. Yu-Gi-Oh players are playing for fucking Switch 2s and air fryers, Well, not always. They are stepping up the prize game. Apparently, top 8s in some events this year are going to get a fucking Millennium Ring. We're stepping up the non-cash prizing. It's a little crazy, but it's still like you're basically playing for nothing but bragging rights. And people play Yu-Gi-Oh! Super intensely. So like I said, players are actually casual, but build decks and play like they're super competitive, even though we are competing over fucking nothing. So, like, that's why you see, like you said, Dallas, like, people will go the route of, like, well, floodgates suck, but if I can steal wins by flipping D-Barrier or anti-spell fragrance or whatever, I'll play, like, if I get wins, a win. And that's always the thing that I've kind of pushed back about, that, like, so many people are like, oh, Konami needs to ban anti-spell fragrance. And, like, they probably should. Anti-spell fragrance sucks. It does things that are very bad to pendulum decks and just generally is not a fun card. But also, hey, you know what would fix it? Just not playing anti-spell fragrance. And guess what? People do. Right now, there's no meta advantage to playing anti-spell, so you don't play it. Like people playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't realize that they can just not do things, and it is possible, yes, you would not be as competitive, but you might have more fun, and people are like bad at that kind of self-actualization. So yeah, Dallas, I think it creates that problem where like people don't want to be hit with certain stuff that stops their it's like I'm less angry about it because decks are built to be more resistant to it. But for a long time, like, I would get very mad at certain imperm interactions because imperm could be such a dumb combo ender because it's like, well, this is why my one normal summon, if you have one imperm, I die. Decks these days are a lot better about getting around that.
If I may just quickly slide in before we get too far away from what was discussed earlier, because we were talking about that Kingsman drama. Just gonna post this one for you guys.
Is it what I think?
Oh, he got him in a tournament?
Oh, it's the Atlanta Hawks making a fucking tweet about it.
That's right, yeah. No, the Atlanta Hawks.
What do you mean?
The Seahawks, your champions, the NFL champions Seahawks, were posting fucking Shen Comics memes.
Okay, well, at least the Seahawks have ways to Hawks, stay in your lane. You're not good enough to post stuff like this. You're the most mid of mid. Just go away.
I can only assume it's the intern who did this because if you look at the comments, they say, big fan of Puffer.
But
yeah,
oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
But yeah, no, like I said, I think that is
Sports
kind of
Twitter is fascinating.
It's very funny, yes. So, but I think Yu-Gi-Oh has this space where functionally, so many people are playing at a casual level, but the the collective unconsciousness, like the what's the right word? The institutional knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh is very competitive pilled.
Yeah.
We're always looking at like top 8, top 32, top 4 lists, you know? So, it's a really weird case where Yu-Gi-Oh is simultaneously super competitive, but also the people actually playing are very casual players. Like, the most they're going to do is go to the locals.
Okay. That makes sense.
And it creates that kind of funny interaction you're talking about. Go ahead.
Case in point, all of us are casual players at this point, for sure.
Yeah, true. It's been literal.
So what you're telling me is all of Yu-Gi-Oh players are basically what you're saying is all of Yu-Gi-Oh players are just basically commander players. So
yeah, kind of. I think that is kind of like the right thesis.
Okay.
It is. I that may be the best match to it because not literally all of it, but the vast majority are probably more like that. We are playing at locals or around kitchen tables for fun. Occasionally you get big tournaments and you'll see it, but most people who are yapping about Yu-Gi-Oh either don't play straight up or are playing in casual formats. And yes, like Vesper said, we are technically all casual. No, I've never actually tried hard enough at a Duelist Cup to make it to the second phase. I'm in events in Master Duel, but I'm not I don't try hard Master Duel. So no, I don't think it
I've never been a non-casual Yu-Gi-Oh player. Magic, unfortunately, I was not casual at one point. But
like I said,
every card game I have played, I have attempted to play competitively, and with varying success. Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely is the most successful I've been, just because I have the most history with it, and I've just been like, there was a specific point with when Cyframes came out. I was the one person in my locals who I was able to see this deck is it may not be amazing, but this is one of those decks that's it's gonna hit. It's probably gonna have a wave of success at some point, and people are gonna figure it out. But because of that, I was able to just sort of, I don't want to say scalp, but nobody wanted the Cyframe Synchros at previously, so I just grabbed them all up, made a quick buck off them when they went.
I did that a lot. I did that a lot with Magic sets of hey,
What?
This is a loopholes meme.
Okay.
This golem does not concern itself with playing Bastard Duel.
This is straight from the Luke Von Karma himself. It's a great meme. I've retweeted
Hold on,
it
sorry,
on Twitter.
what does that say? Mountain Dew Baja Blast Pie? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, you gotta watch Loopholes, brother.
No,
you gotta see this shit.
Not the Baja Blast Pie.
Oh,
America, why? I feel like that fucking meme girl. America, explain.
Oh, nurses.
Why is it called on Kansas?
Because, I've been finding more Trick Cow memes thanks to being on the fucking 4chan thread for it. Yeah,
By the way,
but it's
I need to share. I need to share something. That you just jogged something in my memory. Can I say in this dark, extremely depressing timeline, wherein the funniest fucking thing is that Elon Musk is probably not a sexual predator at Epstein Island, not because he didn't try to be a sexual predator, but because no one fucking liked him. So they didn't invite him to anything.
Elon Musk is a terrible person, but he was too lame to be in the
all
cult
of
crowd.
The, rich Satan people were like, no, this guy sucks. He's just a dick.
We are living in a crazy wild time, but at least you are all secure in knowing, chat, that Elon Musk is a dork and always has been.
Yes.
God, remember that single year time period where everyone's like, "Oh, he's the real life Tony Stark," and
he pissed it all away.
There were so many people who
he's not as cool
otherwise
as
had
Tony
good.
Stark.
Well, no. Here's the problem. No, he's exactly as cool as Tony Stark. Comic book Tony Stark.
Correct.
Actually, that's the other thing. People think Tony Stark is likable, and that's all just RDJ swag.
Early 2000s Civil War era Tony Stark. What if we put our friends in a death camp?
Tony Stark, circa Civil War in the comics, is arguably one of the worst main characters in Marvel.
No, I think he is.
I mean, the Civil War did him pretty dirty.
Civil
War is one of the. It's so funny that the movie was so successful and pretty decent because it is one of the worst event comics of all time. It's not the worst because Heroes in Crisis exists, and I wish it didn't.
Look, the only thing that I will give Civil War credit for is that it made a good Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. Everything else is
very true.
Hey guys, this guy can predict the future, maybe, possibly. We don't know.
That's Civil War 2.
That Civil War 2 was just somehow worse than Civil War 1.
No, I think 1 was worse because it was trying to comment on real-world events.
I guess that's fair. I just feel like Civil War 2's story is just the worst because
Civil War 2 is stupider. 2 is stupider, but 1 is worse. If that makes any sense.
No, I know what you mean because I know all about the classic Civil War stuff. It's very bad. It's very funny that Marvel's
one more thing about Marvel because it's very interesting about the early 2000s comic.
I know.
Sorry, I don't get to talk much. I was at work all day. But because and genuinely 9/11 broke comic books' brains No, okay, hear me out.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's just you keep saying words right now, Dallas.
There are streamers more popular than me that get away with stuff like that. You know, Save Data Team and their joke about Rock Lee is the 9/11 for our generation.
I know. Look, I'm not saying we can't say it. It's just like Dallas.
I understand.
I'm trying to organize a fucking, well, not trying because we're not trying very hard, but Axe and I have been talking about trying to put a Lancer tabletop RPG game in a 𝕊𝕆𝕄𝔼 slot sometime in the week. People are not ready for how woke I'm gonna be doing that. Kill all anthro-chauvinists.
I want to play some Lancer again. Fucking that shit rocks.
We're trying to work out the scheduling and make it work. We'll see.
My main point is a lot of the reason why that happened is because, and it really is mostly Marvel Comics, because Marvel is headquartered in New York, and most of its main writers and illustrators lived in New York, very close to the World Trade Centers. So I'm not even like exaggerating when I say like a lot of that happened.
I mean, like
it's what
wasn't. From what I remember, like there's a Marvel comic that's like meant to be like in memoriam of 9/11, and it just shows like obviously Magneto's not a villain, but like at the time he was in this like for the longest time Magneto's been this weird push and pull character, and just like Magneto in the time frame of him being this like definitely villain role is just standing in New York shedding a tear. It's like, oh, this is
no, it was worse than that, Vesper. It wasn't Magneto.
I know there's a lot more, but just like...
It wasn't Magneto. It wasn't Magneto. It was Dr. Doom.
Whoa.
Oh! I forgot!
It was,
now, unfortunately,
how could anyone do anything as depraved as this? Doom, you blew up a country!
You do it again.
He would do it again, just to piss off Reed.
He would.
Oh my god.
Look, so by the way, I have been a little more quiet, not because I've been stun lagged, but because I've been trying to double check because there's a redirect feature, and I thought it would be funny to do a cute little redirect, but apparently Narissa just ended her Master Duel stream. She is just playing fucking straight up Lunalight with a tiny Tri-Brigade package. There's a couple fractals in here.
Honestly.
This girl, another real one. In at least one duel, she's summoned a fucking Tiger. She's got fucking Outer God's Gnarla in this deck. What?
Yeah.
What the?
They've given this girl some sauce. She has two versions of the deck, one's for practice. This is crazy. I will still try and do the redirect chat.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize your game.
No, like first of all, I do think the girls they picked actually like know Yu-Gi-Oh a little, because I know that Callie straight up said that she stayed up for like 2 hours playing or like to 2 a.m. playing Yu-Gi-Oh after she ended her sponsored stream. I saw that tweet earlier, but no, they've picked some real ass decks for play, and it's like there's some wild tech choices in this shit that the people are playing. But yes, it is time to start winding down the stream. We've talked about the killer tunes. We talked about the Pumpkin Synchros or the Pumpkin Xyz stuff.
We've done a lot of miscellaneous yapping.
Like I said, Dallas is on the board, so it's there. We'll figure out our other stuff. But next week should then be Enneacraft, the flip archetype. We'll see how I feel about that one. Like I said, Hack of Hands I've always thought, because it's an Illusion Fusion archetype, is super cool. This one kind of like I turned a corner of like, oh, this is actually like an interesting control deck. This may actually be worth checking out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back to my shit. Is Dallas' shit over?
Yeah, we're good. We're winding down. The Enneacraft is another one that's like, I'm gonna have to see how it is in Master Duel, because I cannot imagine playing that fucking deck in real life. Like, I do not know how you have the brain space to run that deck. Excuse me. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up. We've got a 𝕊𝕆𝕄𝔼 poll running now, so you can check it out on Patreon on the 5 and up level. I think 𝕊𝕆𝕄𝔼 is currently winning this month. They got a couple of votes.
Hell yeah!
So check it out. We can talk about predaps. And it's funny that I brought up the Hack of Hands, because I did do a first pass on the Spellcaster Fiend Illusion cube idea. I will post the list to the guys here. God. Don't know when we'll have the time for it. But
Illusions,
just yeah. I'm very old school with my references, but yeah, we did Nightmare Magician and we called it Illusions Michael, and it's just a bunch of dumb, mostly generic fiend, spellcaster, and illusion engines. A couple of archetypes, like there's actual there's a little bit of Chimera stuff in there. There's obviously the Hecka Hands made the cut. There is a decent Fiendsmith package because you're playing fiends. Why not? This is a pretty high-level cube, but it's very funny. So that's something we gotta test with some of these weird styles.
Oh, what the fuck is this shit?
I made sure to put a lot of pop options and stuff in there because there's going to be illusions that can't be destroyed by battle. And there's a bunch of dumb, normals. There's some synchro actions. There's, a couple of pendulum things. There's ritual shit. There's one of each Link Charmer.
Yeah, I'm seeing.
Goddamn Allure Queen.
Yeah, I mean, she's a generic spellcaster that's actually, if you can get all the pieces, is a very funny little engine you can put in. But you have to, cube all the pieces.
Hold on, okay, hold on. You've got Tour Guide and Sankin. Is all the cards related to him going to the underworld in here?
No, I didn't find a room for those, but it was just that's a funny fiend engine we can do.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. They wouldn't have done anything. I just like them because it's a dumb story.
Yeah.
No,
we got the ritual summon skull in here.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Sorry.
What?
My opponent just summoned 15 dinosaurs, and I don't know how he's doing it. Why are there so many dinosaurs?
Are you playing against a green player, I assume?
No, they're red and blue.
Oh, something horrible has happened.
Oh, they're cloning dinosaurs. How are they cloning this many dinosaurs?
Something horrible has happened.
Dallas. Life finds a way.
Bro.
No, that card isn't in a GG arena. Oh god, they all have flying life. I'm dead.
He's getting 9 million dinosaurs cloned. All right, we're gonna wrap up the stream. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
That's a spot to wrap up on.
We gotta wrap up. Dallas is being eaten by dinosaurs. We talked about some stuff. We'll be back next week for Enneacraft and probably some other weird oddball fun stuff. I'll keep my eyes peeled for any archetype updates we can do and any more stuff. And the etc. But we'll see y'all later. Yeah, I don't remember how to. There's supposed to be a thing to set funny redirects and links, but I don't know how to do it from here. So
yeah,
I'll improve my. It's not like a Twitch where you can set up the raid automatically. That's one thing that YouTube streaming could catch up on.
Twitch, you can literally just type /raid in the channel name, and that's it. That's all you got to do. That's it.
YouTube could use a little cleaning up on that because there's many funny things I could do with that, but also wouldn't be hopefully not be harassment with y'all. Anyway, we're gonna pack it in. Don't forget to check out some other stuff, and I'll see you some of you tomorrow for Final Fantasy 14.